Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Mask and Cow. That is Ben. I am Justin. How are you doing this week, Ben?
I'm doing fantabulous. I watched two movies since our last recording, and one of them we know very well, and it was kind of a rewatch, and then one was just, I'll get into it, but
Okay, cool.
yeah, doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing good, doing good. I have been busy working. I have not had a chance to watch anything. I've just been working like crazy and playing a little bit of video games when I had time. I had my Switch with me at work, so on my breaks, I would be able to get in a little bit of games, playing that the Pokemon release that just came out, and as well as playing an old Zelda game that I never got to get around to. But
Which
nothing
one?
much. It's Skyward Sword, released on the
Oh, that's right.
H2. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm playing that and Pokemon on the Switch, Leaf Green, and our brother's playing Fire Red. It's his first Pokemon game. He's trying it out. I think he's liking it. He's like way past me. We started like the same time. Um, but
That's
yeah,
probably all he's doing.
doing that, and then I'm playing Resident Evil 4 on the PlayStation, just trying to get done with it so I can pick up Resident Evil 9 because apparently that's a great game. 4 is good so far too. I like it, but yeah, we got a fun one playing today. We're gonna talk about our
Yes, we do.
personal top five.
In every category.
Yeah, we're gonna do movies, TV shows, and video games.
I will say for that, I will get into it when we go into it, but like it was extremely tough to do like top five favorites because you're not even doing your top like top five ranked movies in terms of like how good they are. We're going favorites,
Yes,
and you also
specifically
might
favorites. Yes, like
and you also might
these
want
are
the
not the best
diversity in
movie
there.
of all time. We might have like at least 1 to 3 bangers in there that are like the cream of the crop, but a lot of them are
Yeah,
also going to be like
obviously.
super subjective. Like I love this movie because it's personal to me. These are favorites,
Yeah,
and I don't know. I mentioned to you that we didn't have to put these in order. I do not have them in order. I don't have them ranked
I
because
think
I
I might
can't.
have the movies are partially in order. Games, I think for most part mine are mainly in order. There's a little bit of leeway after like number two, but
I also had a hard time, especially with the movies and the games. We'll get into it when we get into it. But you said you have some
yeah.
honorable mentions. I have at least one. With TV shows, I was hard. It was kind of harder. So like the honorable mentions is there. Like I could just rattle off a ton of ones that I love, but like the ones that are my favorite, I think I've got them. That was the hardest category for me. For games, it like I have at least 6 or 7 that are clearly um, that are like clearly in that echelon, and I just had to pick the 5 that are the most important to me in my time, and then movies. I had a lot of fun with movie. I got some deep cuts with movies. I cannot wait.
Ooh,
Uh,
that's surprising. With five, it's tough to go deep cuts.
Cause I went favorites. I'm like, man, there's great movies that are better than these, but I love these 6 movies. I like these. The way I thought of it, like when I was picking them up for one thing, all of these. Well, I mean, I guess we could like we'll just kind of this is like the big thing. So maybe well, no, I don't want to
We'll
roll into
get
this
to
yet
it.
because we want to
Here,
get
here.
we want to do your reviews first. But with the
I'll
movie
just
specifically, it was the thing that helped me pick like my fifth or sixth one or whatever was really like what are movies that I love no matter what that like I can literally put on whenever and I will always be happy to watch that movie.
yeah.
And it's not like oh this is like it's like Citizen Kane wouldn't be on this list even if I had seen it because I'm sure it's great. But it's just like these are my just favorite. Like I will always sit down and watch these movies for my entire life.
Yeah.
I love all these movies. So all right, but before
Yep.
that, you said you got 2 movies to review. Let's
Yeah.
get into
Hey,
them.
two movies. I'll do the one that you haven't seen before.
Okay.
I put it on just because. So I'm driving back. I actually drove to Florida from Tennessee this weekend, to drop a car off for somebody. It's stupid, but anyway, drove back. I got stuck in traffic for like an hour. And it was just standstill. So while standstill, about 20 minutes in, I decided, let's pop a movie on. So I put on. I have Amazon Prime, so I popped on The Wrecking Crew. I don't know if you've seen trailers or pictures or whatever. It's Jason Momoa and Dave Bautista. It's just your uh, typical. What's the word? Is it schlocky? What does schlocky mean? I don't know. Just typical B movie action movie, like B list
Oh, okay.
action movie, whatever. It's just it is what it is. You know, I give it like a 6.5 because Jason Momoa is basically just Chris Hemsworth, and both those guys play the same character in their, comic book universes, and they kind of play the same character in other movies. They're, comic relief, but really awesome, cool characters as well. So he carries. Dave Bautista's pretty good too. It's just one that you're like, you're not gonna like this, but it's a turn your brain. You just throw
To
it
turn
on.
your
You're
brain off.
like,
Yeah, for
okay,
sure.
it's
Okay.
action. It's okay. There's a little bit of stuff to it. I predicted the twist like as soon as I saw the character. Like to turn my wife, and I was like, yeah, he's gonna be the bad guy. And then by the end, it was just like, yeah, yeah, okay. So overall, it was all right. 6.5 out of 10. If you got time folding laundry and you want just something that you don't have to pay attention to, put it on. It actually has some surprising like heart to it too. Um, anyway, so that's it. That's just pretty quick for that one. This other one.
Okay. Oh,
So I've been itching.
I had an idea
Yeah.
for a sandwich because I just like kind of sandwiching something in here because it'll be real quick. I did finish, because I said
The
I didn't
Hobbit
watch
2.
movies. I did finish The Hobbit too,
Mm-hmm.
and I do want to say like the movie starts off kind of rough, especially like what I was talking about with the skin changer guy, but and like how they kind of messed up him and his interaction with Gandalf, but after that, like in my opinion, the stuff with the spiders, stuff with the elves is done pretty good, except for I don't mind the Legolas inclusion. It's just fan service.
I think he's awesome.
Like the weird, it's kind of like I agree partially with people's complaints that the elf dwarf like love interest thing is it's a weird thing to shoehorn in there because that's nowhere in the thing. But like at the same time, like it's kind of a
It doesn't
trope, especially
hurt.
at this time. It's weird to me, and I've seen this complaint that uh, it's for, kind of for the whole Hobbit movies. The two youngest dwarves or whatever, they just look like guys. Like they could be hobbits. Like the other dwarves are like really stocky, like looking like they look like dwarves, and then you got these two guys who just look like dudes. They're just kind of shrunk down. They're both like very
Are you
good
talking
looking
about
guys.
Keely and Feely?
I think so. That's those are the ones that one of those falls in
The
love with.
two like conventionally like attractive ones
Yes,
or
exactly. They
whatever.
don't look like
Yeah,
dwarves
okay.
like the rest of them do. The rest
They
of them
don't
like look.
have
They don't
bunched
have
bunched up
like. Yeah, they
noses,
don't have
you
like
know.
dwarven prosthetics. It's just like a guy that they shrunk down.
I see. Okay, I see
And so
that.
like I think that's a little weird. But like I don't know what's like after the first few times seeing them, it's just kind of like whatever. Um, I don't know it. Yeah, but that's fine. But for one thing, Erebor, the city within the mountain, is one of the best.
Okay.
Is like even though it's all CGI, it's one of the best looking um, locations in those movies. Like that, I was like, wow, that like not like it looks CGI, but I'm like it's just a cool. It's one of those things that you just feel like oh wow, that's what the place should have looked like. That is what it should have looked like,
Yeah.
even though it's CGI. Like they couldn't have built that
It captures
practically.
it.
Yeah, it's just a crazy magnificent looking place. And Smaug specifically
So good.
is so good, man. I honestly can't even tell it's Benedict Cumberbatch. Like I knew, I
No.
was waiting
Have you
for it.
seen him like
But
in the
he's like
costume with
in
the
like
dots
yeah, he's like doing the
and he's
motions.
like crawling around doing
Yeah,
it?
man. Like that dude.
So
Man, that dude's one of my favorite actors. I don't even
I
care. He's
yeah.
so good. I love everything
I
he's in.
have I have a soft spot for actors who or actors or whatever um who take on these silly roles, whether it's comic book or fairy tale or whatever,
Where they can really
and they
get
like
into it too.
completely buy in,
Yeah.
and they're like, I will stand on my head if it means I'm doing this character justice.
You know
And
what?
Benedict,
Yep. Yeah, he's one of them.
I was just saying, Benedict does it with Doctor Strange, and he does it with Smaug,
Yeah,
and I
those
just really
I'm like,
appreciate it.
this is a really good actor, and he's doing these characters who are like, Doctor Strange is like kind of corny comic booky or whatever, and he leans into it.
Yeah,
He's like, I'm buying into this character.
yeah,
And Smaug is fantastic. I think Smaug might be the best part of these movies. Well, the second best because Bilbo is the best. Martin Freeman
Bilbo's the best. He's so
As
good.
Bilbo is just perfect.
He's
But him
awesome.
as Smaug is also perfect. Another person like that though, that in that same vein, I think he was is like probably better at this kind of stuff or whatever, but just super respectable actor would be Andy Serkis.
Yep, I was thinking that too.
Andy Serkis is just the goat, man. You got to give him props. Even though I'm not a big fan of the Apes movies, like even in those, like is just full. Like I've seen him in the same like motion cap. I mean, he did it for Gollum, and then I'm pretty sure he did like some motion cap, a lot of motion cap stuff for Caesar. And
Yeah,
he just goes all in, commits to that role, and he's good at it. Like Caesar is the best part of those movies,
Yeah.
and it's because of Andy Serkis.
I think I love Andy Serkis. The reason why I might say like I might not include him in that, like Andy Serkis is great, but I love him because he has no shame in that being like a lot of people might be like I want to get out of playing these CGI characters because he was famous for Gollum and he got Caesar and it's kind of like oh man is he gonna be shoehorned now and he's had no shame in it seems like I love playing those characters. I say Benedict because Benedict has taken these dramatic roles.
Oh yeah,
He's been the premier actor in these things. He could be a not he's not McConaughey, but like he could be in that kind of level that Timothy Chalamet, the DiCaprio, the guys who are like kind of too good for the kind of weird stuff, but he doesn't care about that, and that's just why like I love when actors do that.
all right. I don't want to. Let's see. There was one other thing.
What do you give it out of 10?
Oh, Hobbit 2. I gave it a. You know what? I'll give it an 8. Between a 7.5 and an 8. I'll give it an 8. I like it.
What'd you give the first one? An Unexpected Journey?
I don't remember.
Did you give like a 7, 7.5?
Probably a 7 or an 8. Maybe a 7.5. Probably a 7.5. A lot of people like Unexpected Journey better, or like the best of the trilogy because it like changed the least. But I really like. I like Unexpected Journey a lot. Like it has that. It has that kind of going out on an adventure the same way Fellowship has it. Like it has that kind of vibe to it. That's just great. You know. I'd probably give it a 7.5 or an 8 also. Like they're not holding up as good as I remember them, but they're still really good. But
Yeah.
like I do think I'm gonna like. I don't know, man. There's some things that don't hold up for me in the Lord of the Rings ones. I don't know, but like they're like I used to like as a kid when I came out, and I understand like stupid kid and stuff like that, but you still like the Hobbit movies better. But like as a kid, I did not like Lord of the Rings, and I thought Hobbit movies were actually like decent, and I really liked them. Now they're kind of like evening out to where I have problems with both, but I also like both, and they have completely different problems.
This is random, but it's kind of how I feel about Star Wars because it was the cool thing to kind of hate on the prequels for a while, and so I you say just the prequels are awful and the OGs are the best. But like as we kind of get older, and we're like we can have independent thoughts. We don't have to go with groupthink.
Do you think
Okay,
that's going to
Empire,
happen with
it's overrated.
It
Empire's
is. It
overrated.
absolutely is.
A New Hope, I love. You're not a New Hope lover. I love A New Hope. I
It's
think it's the best
fine.
one of all of them. But I will admit, Phantom Menace. I heard somebody saying Phantom Menace was boring, and then they gave Dune 1 a 9 out of 10, and I'm like, Dune 1 is the most boring movie I have ever watched.
Dune 1 is
I don't know how you
significantly
do
better
that.
than Phantom Menace.
No, not Dune 1.
Dune
I
1
would put
is
If I give you the choice between Phantom Menace or Dune
crazy.
1, what do you put on TV?
Dune 1, absolutely, every time.
No, no way.
Dune 1
No
is
way.
at least a 9 out of 10. Dune 1 is
No,
fantastic.
Dune 1 sucked.
No,
Dune
I
1
love Dune
sucked.
1. I rewatched
Dune 1 sucked.
the night before I went to see Dune 2. I watched it again, and I was just like, man, I haven't watched this in a few years. Maybe I'd like it. And I'm like, man, this thing still holds up as its own thing. People
No.
talk about like I
Dune
hate
2
part
was great.
ones. I'm on record for hating part ones. Dune 1 does not feel like a part 1. Dune 1 feels like
Yes, it does.
no. Dune 1
Nothing
feels
happens.
like a Dune 1 feels like I'm trying to think of, like New Hope, where it's like we still have stuff we like this is a complete story, but it leads into another one. Like there's a
That
complete
doesn't
thing
make
that
any
happens
sense.
in Doom 1. Doom 1 is like is its own
No, it
thing,
doesn't.
and then part 2 is like what comes next. Like to me, Doom 1 like and there's so much in Doom 1. Like Doom 1 isn't like this action packed. It has some action, but Doom 1 is like the political masterpiece, and then Doom 2 is like it still has politics, but it's more of like the action and big epic like I don't know like big epic things are happening. Like it's not the fights, but like the prophecies are being fulfilled, and like people are coming into their own. Like it's the payoff for Dune
I
1.
like I really like Dune 2.
Dune 2 is
Dune
great.
2,
Dune 2 is
when I was
better.
watching, I was like, this must have been like what it felt like to watch the original Star Wars. Like that, because that's what the feelings I was getting. I was like, this is like, I know I'm witnessing
I
a sci-fi classic, like class masterpiece
Yeah.
right before my eyes.
Mhm. I'm
Dune
excited.
1, I was like, this is like a straight to HBO like movie that would be so forgettable if there was not a part two.
No, man, no, I love Dune 1, man. I love both those movies. I
We're
think
getting
I
sidetracked.
think like
Anyways,
Dune. I think Dune 1 is probably like a 9, and Dune 2 is like a 9.5. I think it is better, but it's just like a marginally
that's
better.
so stupid. I'm sorry,
Um,
Dune 1's so bad. I hate that
no,
movie.
I like it.
I give that like a
Anyway,
6.
I did want to
Go ahead.
one last thing about the Lord of the Rings slash Hobbit universe. Do you know they're making one more movie?
No.
Yeah, Andy Serkis, I believe, is directing it. They're bringing back.
The Hunt for Gollum?
Yes, they're bringing back.
Are we are we sure?
As far as I know, yeah. I think even
Okay.
I saw something the other day where uh, Ian McKellen said that this will be his last time being Gandalf or whatever. I'm surprised he could do it, man. I'm
Yeah, me too.
like props to him. Like that's you talk about like prestigious actors or whatever. Like that's who I'm
Yeah.
talking about. Like but he's another example. Like you've got like Goofy Gandalf or whatever, Magneto and like superhero movies that weren't even that good. But like
Yep.
he's like arguably that him and Patrick Stewart like carry the heck out of every X-Men movie they're in. Like
Yeah.
um man, like and he's got like super duper serious roles. Um and then man, yeah, Ian McKellen, Patrick Stewart, both of them just
I think he's knighted, isn't he? Sir Ian McKellen? I think he's
I
an
want to say
actual
that. I want to
knight.
say they both are. I feel like they both
Sir
are.
Patrick Stewart?
Pretty sure they both
Maybe.
are.
I don't know.
Um,
So's Elton John though. So
all right. Well, I don't want to like take too long on that, so I'll get back into your other thing after. Before we get into our top 5 movies, I have a question about Timothy Chalamet, but I want to do your movie first.
okay, my movie that I rewatched to see how I still like it. I rewatched Avengers 1,
Okay.
Avengers 2012.
I did that like within the past year or two, maybe. I rewatched it
You
recently.
know, you know what is actually sad is I had the same feeling that I had in the summer watching Jurassic Park 1, where you're watching it and you're like, "Ah, here's an iconic scene." And like you're watching something like
Why is that sad?
it like because like a couple years ago it just felt like, oh yeah, this was only like this was made a couple years ago, like I remember this when I was a kid or younger, and I make it like I just thought, oh
It's a
yeah,
13-year
remember
old
Avengers
movie.
1. Yeah, I would just be like, oh, I remember Avengers 1. Now it's like it feels like this is an like I'm gonna be able to tell my kids like Avengers, that's a classic right there. And this is an icon. This is an icon. It's a masterpiece. And I watched it and like, listen, I still don't know if I put over Iron Man, but I'm definitely cool with putting it over the first Avenger now. I still love the first Avenger. Um, but
You'd put
the
it over
Avengers,
than over Iron Man now?
I don't know
Okay,
about that. I
okay.
don't
I
think
thought
so.
I misheard you. Like you, yeah,
No,
because I
you
agree.
had it over Iron Man and
Yeah,
I
but then
didn't.
I rewatched Iron Man 1, and then I actually do agree with you. I think Iron Man 1 is better. But to me, it's like, which I think was where we put it. I think we did Iron Man,
We
Avengers,
did.
and Cap. So I
We
think we
did.
got that right. I think we nailed that.
Yeah.
So
It is watching it, knowing how everything results. They really did nail a lot of stuff in that movie. There's so much little things too. Like they make Black Widow not just like there's a scene where you think Loki is manipulating her and all, and even forgotten where like he says something about the big monster, and she after she had like pretending that she was distraught, she's like, oh, okay, so that's what you want, and turns around like she had been faking it, and Loki's like, Loki, the master of deception, is like, what? Like you were faking that? And I'm like, you're giving Black Widow even the spotlight to show her skills,
movie's great.
and it I think it was a really good movie. I do think Loki's performance was kind of one note on this watch. I like his character development through the MCU, how he is given more of a substance to his character.
You like looking, in my opinion, looking back on it, it's one of those things like I've talked about with with Stranger Things and a lot of other stuff where like I like it so much more later on that when I go back I can appreciate the earlier stuff more. I agree
Yeah.
it's one note, but because you know about all his like inner like turmoil and how he's kind of like fakes all this because he wants to be this character that he like, but it's like kind of against his nature because he really is kind of good. That you go back and watch it, like for me that gives it gives like
I
the
don't see anything he does against his nature, to be honest. He seems to enjoy everything he's doing
yeah,
in that
but
movie.
I think that I think he's like it comes across to me now like knowing Loki as more character more when I watch him uh in Avengers 1 um and Thor. It's like I feel like I feel like he's faking it a little bit because that's what he thinks he has to do. Like he has to be. He's like, this is the character I'm supposed to be, and then he realizes
Maybe.
later that he doesn't.
I think, I mean, the movie as a whole, just the opening, I'm like, my wife was doing something, and she walked in, and oh yeah, that's another movie. Anyway, I had put on Avengers, and she kind of heard it in the background, the intro, and she's like, "That's not the Avengers, is it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can change it if you want." She's like, "Why?" And she sat down, and she like, "What?" She's like, "I love this. Like, I remember this movie," and I'm like, "That's like I didn't even know the intro that well, but the intro immediately pulls you in." Something that was pointed out to me in like some reels that I saw about it is even when they bring the case of the Avengers like to each Avenger, if you look for Steve, they give him a paper folder because he's like from the 60s or whatever. But when they go to Tony, they give him like a high-tech tablet that he
Mm-hmm.
throws the things
Yeah,
up the screen. So it's just like even those little details, so much of the little details in this movie that I'm like, they really did care. Joss Whedon gets a lot of crap, but you know what? He was cooking in this movie.
oh yeah, for sure, absolutely.
It was,
I think it's the best thing Joss Whedon ever made. Um,
yeah, definitely was. I give it a 9 out of 10. Really good movie. Uh, maybe 8.5.
yeah, probably around there.
It's good. It's probably the last time we saw a good Hulk.
Yeah, and it could be better.
Um,
I for sure I agree it could be
yeah,
better, but like I
it
think
was kind of it was kind of funny also watching it where when all the aliens come out of the wormhole and you're kind of like you see Iron Man and Thor like these aerial um characters who can attack in air. And you're just like you drop Cap, Black Widow, and Hawkeye like on the ground. And like I'm telling you, New York looks like it's like overrun. And I'm like, where do you even start if you're on the ground?
mm,
Like they just start killing whatever's in front of them, just like hoping it makes a dent. But I'm like, if I was them, I just look around and be like, what can we do? Like Iron Man's up there taking them out at the source. I get that. But like around here, like what can we even do?
I love that they
Um,
let them do. I love that they let them do stuff. Like
they do.
Cap like fights the people. He like saves all the people who are like huddled in that thing, and he does the iconic thing where he like jumps and like curls himself up behind
Jumps
the
behind the
shield
shield.
and gets
Yeah.
blown out of the building. Man,
Yep.
that's so freaking good. I love that
It's
like
good.
Cap is like this he's just this dude. He is like super soldier or whatever, but he's like this larger than life dude. But there's like specific times
There's
throughout the
human
whole
traits to him.
MCU where he oh yeah, for sure. But there's like specific times where they make him do stuff like specifically like he's this big buff super strong dude or whatever, and he's got this shield, and there's times where he'll just like curl up behind his shield. He'll like Sonic the
Yeah.
Hedgehog
Like
it.
he's still the skinny
Like
kid.
yeah, and like he does. I love the scenes that they do in like First Avenger, where they like it harkens back to that. I think that at some point like he's like hiding behind a he has like a trash can lid, and he's like huddled up behind it when he's small
Yeah.
or whatever. And then when he becomes super soldier, I was thinking about this the other day when he first does it, and he like gets out of the thing and they assassinate the guy, and he's like chasing him, and he rips the door off. The door's got the star. It's so good. Oh,
It's awesome.
Cap is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
man. I can't. You talk about the opening. Is the opening just a montage of them getting the files? Is that what it is?
No, the opening is actually when Nick Fury comes to the portal, the cube. I think the opening is actually Loki talking with what is the guy's name? The counselor or something like that. Whoever was Thanos' little
Little.
henchman
Yeah.
guy.
Okay.
Loki's talking with them, and then it's Nick Fury with the cube and Selvig
Oh yeah, and then Loki
in
goes and
that
steals it, right?
base. Yeah, he goes, shows up, steals it. He takes over Hawkeye,
Hmm.
um,
Okay, yeah, that's how it opens.
and
I always forget
yeah,
about that. I don't know why. For some reason, for me, the opening or I think the time where I like locked in when I first watched it or whatever, and it always stuck with me as like this is the beginning of Avengers is when, which there's actually a whole other scene with her, but um Natasha in the dark going towards the little hut that Hulk is in or whatever,
yeah.
or whatever, like it's or
The Hulk comes to the
Hulk comes
hut
to the
that
hut.
she's
Yeah,
at.
that's for me like where the movie starts for some reason. I don't know why. Like I like all that other stuff, and like you have the whole scene, the
Yeah,
iconic scene where she's like tied up, and she's like, "I'm getting all the information out of this guy." That's
yeah,
great. There's stuff I don't know why, but like when I think of like my memories of that movie, the first one I have is always like her going to recruit Hulk basically. And I don't know why that
yeah.
is, but
The Russian guys have her tied up, and Coulson calls him, and Coulson just like, yeah, there's an F-115 heading down your way. Like, we're gonna bomb the block before you can make the lobby. Put her on the
put the
phone.
girl on the
And
phone.
then he's
Yeah.
just like, okay. I'm
Um,
like, oh, Coulson, you treasure.
I do
Um,
think you mentioned like the opening being good. The whole thing with like Loki getting the cube and everything that is good. I think oddly enough, the best opening of any Avengers movie is the worst Avengers movie, which is Age of
but it's not
Ultron.
even a bad
It's
movie.
not, but like you've got like four
Yeah,
top
that's the
tier,
actual
and that the
Avenger.
opening of Age of Ultron where they're running through like the snowy forest and they're just
Yeah.
as a team taking all these people out. It's just that's peak.
And you know what's also crazy about Avengers 1 is I've said before, like the colors pop, first of all. It's
Oh
a
yeah,
very colorful movie.
I like that they just went
But
for it. The
I was saying
suits are
this,
on point.
I've always thought this when I watched it. Specifically the scene in when goes to Berlin, Loki's there to get plutonium or something like that, some kind of some kind of metal. Anyway, um he has everybody like kneel to him, and then there's an old guy who stands up. He's like, "Not to men like you," or whatever. And then Cap drops down and blocks the blast that
Hmm.
Loki shoots at the old guy. Anyway, that scene particular, and throughout the whole movie, it kind of felt like it. It feels like I'm watching a play. I don't the way it's framed, the bright colors of Loki's green and Cap's really bright blue suit, which I don't hate. It's nice. It's cool. I'm glad we got it. I do like the later ones better, but I still like it. It just feels like I'm watching some sort of like dramatic productions instead of an MCU movie. Because if you watch the Age of Ultron, like the camera angles and all, it feels a little different. Um, but yeah, so I'm because I want to do a Marvel rewatch, and that was just what I was. I watched Phase One recently. I wanted to rewatch the Avengers, so I was like, I'm gonna rewatch the Avengers.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, also quickly, I forgot I did rewatch. My wife hadn't seen it and she wanted to see it, so we watched How to Train Your Dragon 3. Last time I saw that was actually with you when it came out.
Oh, I didn't
Um,
see that. I don't remember that.
do you How to Train Your Dragon 3?
I mean, yeah, I remember the movie. I think I watched it relatively
Yeah.
recently because I got all
So
three of them not too long ago. But
just I mean, I give it, 7 out of 10. Overall, those movies, I still they're good
yeah,
movies. They
yeah.
just don't relate to me that much.
Oh, I
That's
love
just it.
like in general. You don't care that much about the How to Train
In
Your
ge-
Dragons.
like I think the villains are very weak in those movies, and so I think
The
if
villains are
this is a hot
the
take.
villains are the weak point of those movies for sure.
This is
I
a
love
hot
them still
take.
though.
If you take the score, the famous score out of the movies, nobody talks about them that much.
That's just wrong. It's just wrong.
That's if that scene with Toothless falling, if you don't have the Hans Zimmer, it's not even Hans Zimmer. I'm sorry, I forget who it is. If you take that out of there, nobody talks about it that
That
much.
first movie is like uh an 8.5 or a 9. That score, like without the score, with the score, that brings it up to a 9.5 or a 10. That movie is
No,
nearly perfect.
it's like it's an 8 probably. The second one, I actually like the second one better.
Um, I'm not.
I think that villain is
I
better.
like
There's
all
so much
three.
that they,
I think all three. I think the third one is the worst, but it's still good.
the third one. What interesting is the third one. The villain is his whole thing is he wants to kill the Night Furies, you know. He's like I had a Night Fury. There was an interesting thing he says to Hiccup. He says I had a Night Fury that landed in my village as well, but I killed it. And he's like, and my village cheered me on, so I made it my goal to kill all the Night Furies. And I'm like, that you had something that you could have gone with where you said like I killed it, and you could see the mirror of Hiccup if he had killed Toothless versus the Hiccup we actually have. But the thing when he says like, so I went and killed all the Night Furies, I'm like, Hiccup wouldn't do that if he killed Toothless. Like you went too far. You should have. I don't know. There was something there,
Yeah,
and they didn't use it.
yeah. I mean,
So
I would agree. Like I said, the villains are the weakest point of these movies. That and in my opinion, the actual dragon designs themselves. Like Hiccup is great, or
yeah,
not Hiccup. Toothless is
Hiccups.
great. The other
If you don't have a
ones,
Night Fury, your dragon sucks.
yeah, the other dragons are kind of just really
Cloud Jumper's pretty
they're hard
cool,
to look at.
and that's
Yeah. Um, and in my opinion, I think this is a hot take, but I think they look significantly better in the live action, because they do make them
I
look
haven't
a
seen it
little
yet.
bit more proportional. In my opinion, they all just look better. Except, I mean, Toothless looks like Toothless. They didn't change like anything. He just looks like you brought him to live action, and he looks just as good, if not better, because he's real. But I mean, the other ones they change some of their proportions a little bit, or whatever, and it makes them all look better, in my opinion.
It's good.
That was actually my favorite thing about the live action, was that change. Like, to me, it's almost as good, if not as good as the well. I think I like the original better. You got the whole conversation about like, the art and the take and all that, but also like, for me, the dragon designs in the live action are better, but because they're so faithful to the original, there's a lot of like cartoon humor that they use that doesn't work, and they do it a lot. That doesn't work as
Like a
well in live
dragon
action.
lands on a guy and it would actually kill the guy,
There's
but
just a
it's from
lot.
the
There's a lot of like it's almost a shot for shot remake. Like, so everything
yeah.
that was like, oh, this, like, and even just like the way that they act and interact and talk and everything just works better in a animated setting. But I also, like, props to you for being faithful, I guess. But yeah, okay, so nice. You should give it like a 7.5 for the third one.
I give number three a 7. Like
Okay.
it's good.
I do think it's
Um,
the worst. It has some of my favorite stuff, but at the same time, like, I think that, I don't know. Like, I feel like the stuff with the Light Fury could have been better. I feel like the whole like hidden world stuff just could have been better developed. It's like they all have things
it
where
just kind of randomly shows up.
they all have stuff where they could have been better developed. All three of the movies, like, the villain is the main problem with that. Like, the villain should have been more developed, and they're just not. I
Yeah.
think that the first one is the most cohesive the whole time. The second one's close, but I think that the first one, like, from start to finish, like, kind of works. I guess my first one. I also think like the final dragon, it looks like it's not super scary or whatever in the first one. It's
Yeah.
like this huge. It's like an alpha before we knew what an alpha was or whatever. It's like a
Yeah.
big like lumbering thing, and it's because it's animated and cartoony or whatever. It also, like all the other dragons besides the Night Fury, looks kind of dopey. But in the live action, they kept like the core like look of it, but they made it a lot more menacing looking. It looks significantly better in my opinion in the live action.
Yeah.
In the way that they use the fire and the smoke and everything around it, like, it does come across a lot more. It just in my opinion looks better in the live action. Um, but okay.
Well, maybe I'll watch it and I'll be like, "Oh my goodness, How to Train Your Dragon, best DreamWorks movie ever."
I think they're working on the second one now. I'm curious if they're gonna take some more liberties and kind of do their own thing a little
I
bit.
hope they don't take too many because I think the second one's villain is the best one of the trilogy. But
Yeah, the second one. Well, I don't even like technically. The first one doesn't really have a villain besides like the bad dragon, which just comes in at the end, right? The second
I
one, like, the
kind of
villain.
stoic.
Yeah, exactly. The first one is like, it's more of like a inner turmoil thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like the bad guy's not really a bad guy. It's like you're dealing with the drama of stuff or whatever. Yeah. So okay. All right. Before we move on to our top five like stuff, I did want to ask because you brought up Timothy Chalamet earlier, and we're very nerdy here, or whatever. And I'm sure you've heard about like stuff over the years where Timothy Chalamet was told by like I think it was Leo DiCaprio or someone like don't do superhero movies or whatever.
I've heard that before. Yeah.
Do you think? I was just curious. Do you think Timothy Chalamet is going to end up doing a superhero movie eventually?
No, because he wants to be Leo. He wants to be better than Leo. And also for
But I
Leo to
also
say that is
Leo
hilarious.
was going to
He was
be
gonna be Spider-Man.
he was going to be Spider-Man. Yeah, in the
Yeah.
'90s, which is
I'm
why
glad
I'm
that
like
didn't happen, by the way.
I don't
Have
know.
you
I would have
heard
really
the
liked.
concept for it?
No, I'm sure I have, which I might not have liked. Oh, you know what? It's starting to come back to me
The
now.
direct the director was going to be James Cameron,
Which
and I think
sounds
he was.
cool,
It
but
sounds cool, but he wanted to make it a very mature Spider-Man, like a lot of inappropriate scenes with Peter and MJ, and like he wanted to really not go the campy superhero route with it. And I'm cool. I'm good without that. You stick to your stuff, James Cameron. Go make your $1 billion
yeah,
cash
I'm
grab
fine. We didn't get
avatars.
it, so I'm not like, oh, we lost out. But I'm like, I would have been interested for sure. Although I wouldn't have been able to watch it. It sounds like at that age.
Yeah, no, I'm glad it didn't happen. I know people are like, oh man, we were robbed of a James Cameron Spider-Man movie. I'm like, no, God bless. We're great without it. Sam Raimi, thank
I
you.
I don't know. I do think Chalamet will eventually do a superhero movie.
I don't
Um,
think so. I'm
I
surprised he did Dune, but I think that one has
Yeah,
a little bit more artistry in it.
he also auditioned for a superhero movie.
Which one?
He auditioned for Homecoming.
Did he
From what
really?
I heard that he auditioned for it. Also, Josh Hutcherson auditioned for the Amazing Spider-Man. There was actually I don't know if you've seen the clip of there's like test footage of him doing like the scene in the where he like bullies Flash in the basketball court or whatever.
Mm.
There is like footage of Josh Hutcherson doing that scene basically. Not like real footage. It's like a test like
Yeah.
not even a screening. It's
Like
like a
I know what
test
you're
of
talking
it.
about.
It's like an audition type of
Audition
thing.
footage.
Yeah. Um, and I've seen that. It's interesting. I mean, I
He
obviously I
wouldn't
like
have been
Andrew.
bad. He's probably about
He's
the
too
right height
small.
for it.
How tall is Andrew
Yeah.
Garfield?
He's like, well, Andrew Garfield's tall, I think, but I think Spider-Man's like supposed to be like 5'10".
Hmm. But I mean, I don't I like Hutcherson. I've said that before. But I mean,
Yeah, he's all right.
when he was younger, I feel like Chalamet would have been a really good Robin.
Well,
He's just
yeah,
obviously
he
way
would
too
have,
old now.
but
If
yeah, and
he
he wouldn't
bulked
want to
up,
do
he
that
could be Batman.
anyways.
But
No, if he bulked up, he might be able to do Nightwing, but he doesn't want to do that. If he ever did a superhero role, I don't think he will, but if he did, it would have to be an adult of some sort because he is right now trying to break the mold of being typecast as a younger child or whatever, a young adult. Like Marty Supreme, I think he's trying to play like a 30-year-old or something like
well,
that.
he
And
is
I think
30.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's trying to get out of that teenage typecast. So it would have to be somebody older, which I don't. Who could you even have him play? I
Again,
don't
if he
know.
bulked up, I think he could be Bruce. But I feel like that's like the easy one. But I really think he could. But that's just, I don't
No,
know. Like, there's plenty of people who'd be
he's too
better for
short.
Bruce. But I like the
He's
idea
short.
because, well, like, I don't know what the heck Gunn is doing with Batman. Because why do we have Damian already or whatever? I want Batman to be like Corn Sweat. Isn't Corn Sweat also like around 30?
Yeah, he's younger.
I want Batman to be around the same age.
Yeah.
32. Yeah. So, if Timothy could, honestly just don't know if Timothy can get that big. I don't think he can. But
I don't think
if
so.
Timothy could get bigger, I think they'd be like great, like age wise. I don't know how tall he is either though. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I was curious if you thought eventually if that's gonna go through or whatever, or if he's ever gonna do
I
it.
don't.
So
I don't think he will. I think he's going to stand firm on it, and those are the actors that I don't like. The ones that are too good for a superhero film or something like that.
I agree with that sentiment, but I still like I can't knock the talent. I guess
No, yeah, they're
like
talented.
I enjoy everything I see with them in it. But also, you know,
Not really.
to be honest, Chalamet did Wonka, and Wonka is a very kind of goofy, and
Yes.
he went all out with that. Like that's a very not like what you're talking about, not super serious
Yeah,
type
well,
thing.
he talked about that. He talked about that in an interview recently that he had with McConaughey, I think. But yeah, he said he's like I wanted to do something. Also, he was working with the Paddington 2 director, which was like a hot commodity at the time because Paddington 2 is the greatest movie of ever, according to
But
the Most Unbearable Weight of Massive
yeah,
Talent. Um,
it's in my top five.
I'd
No,
love to
it's
see
not. I've
it.
never seen it. But all right.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't think he'll do it.
All right. Anyway, let's get into the actual topic, the main topic for this episode. We got our top 5 movies, TV shows, and games. Which one do you want to start out with?
How about we do either movies or games? Because I think TV shows should go after movies. So they're one of top 5 games or top 5 movies.
Okay, I'm fine with going with games. Games are going to be probably the weirdest for mine or whatever.
All right.
TV shows are the ones that I'm the least happy about, to be honest. I feel like maybe the movies should be last. Or so you
TV
want
shows were tough.
you want TV shows after movies for a reason?
I think so. We could do them before. It doesn't matter. We'll go games, shows, movies. How
Okay,
about that?
okay, that's fine. All right, all right. So we'll do games. Do you have any honorable mentions?
So for honorable mentions on games, I do. Do you want me to just go ahead and say them?
Sure, you got. Yeah,
All right.
I can whip a
So
few too.
honorable mentions: Batman: Arkham Asylum.
Oh, that's fun.
I played all the Arkhams except for Origins, and even though Arkham Asylum is not a free roam world, I still found that to be the best game. I found the story better, more interesting. Anyway, also I just had to throw in Madden and 2K in there just because I played those all the time.
Oh wow, I
Um,
didn't even think about
yeah,
those, but yeah, I haven't played a Madden
yeah,
game in years.
and last two honorable mentions I have, you might have them. Mario Kart and Mario Party, any of them really.
Dang, I do not, but those are some good ones.
Wow, I thought you were like, oh, okay. Those are my honorable mentions. How about you?
Honorable mentions. Just that like I've got they're both from soft games. I'll do Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne. Those are my honorable mentions. Just
Yeah.
because those two, like, and it feels bad not having any. Like,
Surprise? Yeah, surprise you
spoiler,
don't
I
have
don't
those
have
in your top
any
five.
from Soft, who is my current favorite, like, still running developer. Yeah, yeah. Um, I don't have any of their, or at least third party developer. I don't have any of them on my top 5 itself. My top, but like it was Dark Souls 3 was like it was between that and then something that I've put probably the most hours of any game on, so I had to put it on here. That was my fifth place spot, which we'll get into in a second. But it was between Dark Souls 3 and I just like I beat Dark Souls 3, but I didn't actually do a lot of like playing it afterwards. Like people have like hundreds or yeah, people have like hundreds, if not sometimes thousands of hours in Dark Souls 3 just because there's so much
Jeez.
replay value or whatever. I don't. I did the story. I've got like probably less than 100 hours in it. Whereas my number 5 or whatever, and also these aren't in order. Some of them actually probably are, but like we didn't put them in order. There's
Yeah.
ones for some of these categories. There's ones that are like clearly like my 1 or 2 or whatever. But then after
Did you
that,
take into account variety with this at all?
I think so. We'll
Okay, I
see.
did too.
Um, yeah, like when it comes to like TV shows and movies or whatever, like I haven't animated in both, for instance. And then like they're
Yeah,
just
I
the
did too.
genres are kind of all over the place for both. Well, for yeah, yeah, I think I have a good amount of variety in here.
Yeah.
If anything, games is like the least amount of variety because I have like one serious-ish game, and then the rest are honestly, I really like kind of bright, fun games more than like the gritty serious games for the
Visual
most part.
appealing.
Well, they are visually appealing to me, but I like bright, fun. Like the gameplay is the important thing to me more than like I don't have a lot of big. We're gonna differ on this. I have more fun games than like super story driven games.
Oh
And
wow.
you
So
are
what's your five?
okay. Well, okay. I can just give you my 5 games.
Oh, I was okay. You want to just go right off the bat,
Yeah,
or you want to
how do you
go
want to do this?
one
Do
at
you
a
want to
time?
go back and forth, or do you want to? Because
If you have
we
them
don't
in
have them
order,
in
we could
we.
go five and up.
The games are in order, I think.
All
The
right,
games are in
go for your number
order.
five, and I'll go my number five.
Okay. For games, for my number five, I got Rainbow Six Siege. That is
Play
my
that a lot.
that is my evergreen.
That's
Even though I've
crazy.
really been falling off lately. I just haven't been playing it, but I have by far spent the most of any shooting game. I probably have over 2,000 hours in this game between the PS4 and PS5. I might even be pushing 3,000. Now I don't know. I have to look, but I'm probably at least have 2,000 overall. That's my evergreen. I've gone back to it. I've been playing this since like a year. I think I've been playing it since the year it came out because they recently like did a whole revamp thing or whatever, and then they give like special charms to people who like for every year that you have been playing it or whatever. And I have like the year it came out, and then some people have it for the beta, which was before it came out, and I don't have that one. But like I have the charms or whatever, the little
Yeah,
cosmetics for every year. And like I've there's been years where I played it a lot. There's been years where I barely touched it. But like my core group of friends on PlayStation that I've known now for like 7 or 8 years, that's how most of us met. I think one guy I met on Fortnite with my group of Fortnite back in the day, and then like I just kept playing with him on other stuff, and then he was like, "Hey, I met this other group on the Fortnite guys kind of fell off, but I kept playing games with this other dude, and he was like, "Hey, I met this other group on Siege. Do you have that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I have Siege, but I never play it." And so he's like, "Oh, we need another person for this for a full team. Why don't you come over and I'll introduce you to these guys?" And so I did that, and like I still talk to some of the stragglers every now and then, but there's like 4 or 5 of us who for the past at least 5, 6, 7, 8 years have just been this tight knit group that we play games together all the time.
that's awesome. That's
Even
fun.
if we're not playing game, like lately we haven't even been playing anything. Like I've been saying, I've been playing Resident Evil 4. We're in our party and we're just talking, and like I'll be playing whatever I'm playing, they're playing something else, and like but we're just in there just chatting it up, you know. And there it's
Yeah.
just that's great. So and
Well,
so much time on
I hear
Rainbow
it's
Six
one of the
Siege.
best shooter
I
games.
I think
Like
that
it,
before that would be like the classic Modern Warfare 2 or 3
that's mine.
shooters. Yeah, those are great.
Number five,
Nothing
Modern
has
Warfare
ever.
2.
Yeah, that's good. Nothing for me. No shooter has ever felt as good as the Modern Warfare games and Siege. Siege is the only thing that came close. And like my favorite mode in Modern Warfare was Search and Destroy because it was like high stakes when I'd play online back in the day.
Yeah.
And that's what Siege is. It's that you die, you're out for that round. That's the whole. It's
Yep.
Search and Destroy the game. And the controls are tight and everything. So yeah. Anyway, but yeah, Siege. So I'll let you get your mono.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Spoiled.
pretty quick. You already talked about Modern Warfare 2 is my number five.
It's a great
This
pick.
game, like as soon as we started playing it, we knew like this is a good game. Like it
It's an
doesn't
all
take
timer.
much. You play multiplayer. When I had my M16A4, I was so good. I was unbeatable. Um, yeah, I love the little title tags you had with the little emblem as well. I always had a hello, it's personal or something like that. Um,
The
and
calling
I love
cards and
that.
the emblems for the Modern Warfare 2 and 3 were
Yes,
so
they were
good.
so good. And then even the campaign was a fun time.
Oh
You
yeah, the
always hate
Modern War-
seeing Ghost die.
yeah, the original
But
one,
when
two, and
you take down
three campaigns were great.
Shepard at the end, it's so all the missions are iconic and fun. Um, Great game. The gameplay awesome. Guns awesome. Uh, the maps
The
are
maps are great.
amazing.
Yeah, goaded,
So
absolutely goaded.
just
One thing
classic.
that people just, I swear, like people talk like they know about it, but I think it's a disconnect. I think I have something wrong with my brain where like I am so picky about my gunplay. Some of the biggest hot takes I have when it comes to video games are like I hate most games. I've been really coming to this terms like I don't feel like I'm really a gamer. Like compared to you, I've played a lot more games, but
Yeah.
I have so many problems and dislike way more games than I like. I'm so picky about my games. And people are, like it makes me feel bad because I miss out on so much. Like Halo, I don't like Halo. I've never liked Halo. I don't like the feel of it. I think it
I
feels
don't
bad.
like it either.
I think it feels bad. when I play the Modern Warfare trilogy or whatever, it feels good. I'm like, why can't it feel that good? But then on the other side of it, I also hate most of the Black Ops games, which is also Call of Duty. The Black Ops games were made by Treyarch, and Modern Warfare was made by Infinity Ward. The way that it feel, I got so excited when Black Ops One came out because I'm like more of what I love, which was Modern Warfare. And I played it for like a couple hours when it first came out, and I was like, I don't like it. Why does this feel bad?
It doesn't feel as crisp.
It feels, yeah, it does not feel as good. And people like love the Black Ops games. They love Halo, and the Modern Warfare is like the third place for them. And I'm like, there's something that's switched different in my brain where those games do not feel nearly as good and tight. It's like they feel like floaty and cartoony and like pew 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 instead of like the tight good gunplay that like those.
Black Ops 2. I'm more used to Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2 is the only exception I have. Black Ops 2 is the Black Ops game that I do like. I don't like it as much
as Black Ops 2 a lot. It almost made the top 5.
But I do like for me I agree with that Black Ops 2 is good. But it's the only Black Ops game that I liked at all. And I don't know why, but I still don't like it as much as Modern Warfare 2 or 3.
Modern Warfare 3 is also really good. That's personally might be my favorite campaign because Captain Price at the end of it is.
Did you play 2019's Modern Warfare where it's not a remake?
Advanced Warfare.
No, it's just called Modern Warfare. They like brought Captain Price back. It's like an alternate retelling of it. 2019 I think is the last good Call of Duty game that we've gotten.
Really?
But it is like real. I would put it up there with Modern Warfare 2 and 3. Like 2019 is really good. And it's probably super cheap now. You could get it if you want to try another Modern Warfare game that feels like it's just more modern or whatever. Since then, they've definitely lost the plot, but yeah, Modern Warfare 2, great pick. All right, but you want back to me for the next one?
Do you want me to go?
Or we could do Snake.
Next, or
we could do a Snake one, yeah.
Snake. All right. Well, next at number 4, I got Spider-Man PS4.
Good pull.
I mean, what needs to be said?
It's a great game. I hate the swinging, but I know I'm in the minority there.
I like the swinging. I just think there's other Spider-Man games you could put up here. There's a ton of great Spider-Man games.
I think it has the best superhero story of any.
It has the best story. It has the best graphics. I think it has great swinging.
It's got great graphics.
It's overall, I think it's just probably in my opinion it's the best Spider-Man game. I enjoyed it. Like even if you're gonna change it, like this is also the first
swinging, but yeah,
this is the first Spider-Man property that had the balls to kill Aunt May. I don't know if any others have actually like really done it.
I mean, the comics did it, right? But you're not talking about the comics.
No, she's still alive.
She has died in the comics.
Has she?
Isn't that like part of the big problem in like, isn't it
One More Day
or whatever? Doesn't she die in that? And he like trades her, and then everything goes
she's
to crap.
Dying, but she never dies. That's the thing. Comic fans have been begging for them to kill Aunt May for years, and so they finally kill her in this. And I think it's great because then No Way Home does it. Hoping comics do it too. I don't know, but and it's impactful. It's like I remember beating the game and it comes to that scene, and I was like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Are they really?" Like I was shocked. So yeah, great game, fantastic story, fun gameplay, great combat.
There is actually like I've said, and
the Mary Jane levels suck.
Yeah, the Mary Jane levels suck. I personally don't like the swinging. It drives me nuts. But also, I really don't like the Martin Lee story. The Sinister Six story and the Otto Octavia stuff, I like that. I don't like the Martin Lee stuff.
I don't care for Martin Lee as a villain, and I really hope he's not in Brand New Day because I don't find him for me, you have to have a villain.
Do you not want him to be a villain, or do you not want him to be like a character? Like he could be a character in my mind, but
you can be a character. But the thing is, once you introduce Martin Lee,
there's a reason.
All of these baby Spider-Man fans are going to be clamoring for Negative Man, Negative Man, Negative Man, Mr. Negative. I mean, I don't find him an interesting villain. I'm much more happier that they have Scorpion instead of Martin Lee right now as the villain. I don't know who the big bad villain is in Brand New Day. I hope it's Scorpion. But
I hope so
I
too.
like villains that you can tangibly fight and you can visually kind of understand. I have no idea what's going on with Mr. Negative. Like I don't find him an interesting looking villain.
In it. I think
Yeah, he's
Tombstone.
the one. I'm okay. I like him in Spectacular Spider-Man, but
I
I don't
also
really
like
care
him
for him
in
in
Friendly
anything else.
Neighborhood. Friendly Neighborhood, he's good.
Yeah,
He's not really a villain yet, but
it's different. Yeah, he was pretty good in that. He was
I
pretty
did
good in
like
that.
it. That was one of my favorite arcs in that show. But
Yeah,
yeah, okay, all right.
that's my
So
number
number
four.
4 is Spider-Man PS4. I respect that. I like it. I think it's very good pull. Even with my problems with that game, I understand their niche, and you can't knock the goat of what it is. Um, for my number 4, I have Kingdom Hearts 2. Big Kingdom Hearts
You have
fan.
Kingdom Hearts.
I love Kingdom Hearts.
Is this the best Kingdom Hearts?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, for me, it's like 2, then 1, then 3. 3 is not bad, but is not nearly as good as it should have been. And I've heard, I have not played the DLC, um, because when you start up the DLC, you have to like replay the last bit of the game, and I I don't like that bit very much, so I haven't been able
Yeah.
to get through it yet. But apparently, it's very good. Apparently the DLC fixed the game for a lot of people and a lot of their complaints. Um, so I don't know. It's not as good as 2. Like 2 is it's in my top 5. 2 is an all timer. 2, like, I like the combat. It's very floaty or whatever, but it's good. It's fun. The gameplay is fun. It's a good time going to all these worlds. Like, the characters are classic. Sora, Donald, and Goofy are just the goats, man. Kingdom Hearts 2 is like that sweet spot. Everything just feels great in Kingdom Hearts 2. Um, so it could be like a little bit repetitive because you go to all the Disney worlds, and then I think like the second half of the game you have to kind of go back and do something different. Um, but like, I don't know, it never felt like a chore. I was like really in it. I really enjoyed it. It's a game that I really want to get back to. I've been really aching to kind of replay them, but I just got so much going on right now. But I really
Kind
want
of
to get back to it.
ignorant to it. What system is the second one on?
They are all. I think now they're all on Xbox and PlayStation because I think I could be wrong, but they have like collections where you can just get like the all-in-one package or story so far or something like that.
What was it originally released on?
PS2. The
Okay.
first, and the problem with Kingdom Hearts is the story is all over the place. The story is ridiculous. If anyone wants to get into it, I recommend just playing the games for fun and looking up like a story synopsis. Play the games you want to play for fun, looking up a story synopsis on like YouTube and like getting the lore that way. Because the story's all over the place. They have side games on weird platforms all over the place. Because the first game came out on PS2, and then they had like 2 or 3 side games that were on like Game Boy and DS. And then they did a remake of the Game Boy one on PS2 again. And then Kingdom Hearts 2 came out, and all these things have all these side games have story components. So like if you play just 1 and then just 2, you can do that. In my opinion, you can do that. You're not going to know what's going on for like the first 2 or 3 hours of 2. I think eventually you
Yeah.
kind of get used to it and you're like, okay, fine. Like, for instance, if you were to play these games, I think you'd enjoy them, but I would recommend just doing like the main 3 for you and your thing, and then like watching YouTube videos for the ones in between and watching them in between. Um, I'm sure that there's people who put that kind of stuff out there for like what to know between 1 and 2 or whatever. Um, because in my opinion, the gameplay is the best in the core 3. But yeah, anyway, it's not to get on a super side tangent or whatever. Kingdom Hearts 2 is the best. It's got the just everything. The systems in it are the best. It's like everything from 1. 1 is like good. It's a little clunky because it's the first one and it's older, but like they took everything from 1 and they polished it to, I would say, perfection
Mm.
in 2. 2 is just like a a better version of 1 in every way. Um, and then 3, they almost kind of polished it into like they polished it too much, I guess. So it's just a little too easy, a little too handholdy, a little too simple. Whereas 2 is
Yeah.
like it's got that it's just like perfect mix.
Well, with
Um,
that Disney title on it, they might figure kids are gonna do that. Are
Also,
gonna need
the
that.
like this isn't super important, but like voice acting in the Kingdom Hearts games, they got some goats. They've had to recast several people or whatever, but everyone they recast has been like someone like Sora is not Hayden Christensen. Who am I thinking of? It
What's he? Who's he play?
He's in Secondhand Lions. He's the kid in Secondhand Lions.
Oh yeah,
I'm blanking on his name right
name.
now. What is his name? Haley Joel Osment. Haley Joel Osment Sora. He always has been. Um, uh, Roxas. You don't know who that is, but he's another one. Um, Voiced by Jesse McCartney. Um,
Okay, singer.
just like in the third one, I can't remember. There's like two. There's like the villain. In some of the games, I'm gonna say this wrong. I'm pretty sure in the third one, like one of the characters is voiced by Mark Hamill. The villain is voiced by Christopher Lloyd. Um,
Oh,
but he was voiced by someone else earlier on who's also like prestigious. Like man, the voice acting in these games is actually pretty prestigious and crazy. It's kind of all over the place. Um, anyway, I don't want to get on a whole tangent, but Kingdom Hearts 2 is great. All right. This is where
number
people are
three.
going to be like, what the heck? Why is this on here instead of, something like, why is Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne your honorable mentions, but you got this game as your number 3? But um, screw you guys. I'm going home, putting Mega Man Star Force 1 on my number 3 spot. This is a DS game. I love these games. They got a collection coming out this month on all the platforms. I have it pre-ordered for Switch. Um, this is my favorite. It's not my favorite iteration of Mega Man himself. The one that precedes this. Did I talk about this last time about the timelines and everything? I think that was on here.
A little bit.
Um, but the Battle Network is where they're like AIs, where he's like a little
Hmm.
AI thing on your phone type deal.
Yep.
And then like 200 years later in that timeline is where this one comes from. And in Mega Man Star Force, you have this depressed kid whose dad was an astronaut and died in space, and then these like in the world is it's like the internet is like super big, but also like now like the internet is like radio waves, so like FM waves or whatever. And now you've got these aliens that are coming down to Earth, trying to wreak some havoc. And the first one gets there, and they're called like FMENs, like radio FM waves or whatever. And so like the whole
Yeah.
world is like covered in these EM waves, electromagnetic waves. Um, and like the alien Omegasis is like a wolf, like lion thing. I don't know how you describe it. I would say he's kind of like a cyber wolf dude. He's like cyber wolf fire. He looks cool. But he meets this kid who's like super depressed, doesn't go to school, doesn't do nothing. He's just like a hermit who spends his days like homeschooling himself with like the robots they have or whatever. And then he every night or whatever he goes to this lookout point in this town and looks out at the stars. And because he's like he's like missing his dad and everything. And one night this Omegasus crashes into him, and uh, they at first it's like a they like bond, but at first it's like a almost like a parasitic relationship or like I have to hide out here type of thing. Like the kid is like angry at the world. He's super grumpy. He has no friends, no nothing, and this other dude is also just like a grumpy. Like he has no humanity to him. He's just grumpy, but like he's not that bad of a guy. But he's just like, why you deal with all these humans who are bugging you? Why don't you just kill them or whatever? Like it's just like he's just like whatever. But then all of a sudden, all these other aliens are coming down and bonding with other people and start wreaking havoc. And um, they're all like star signs, like Gemini and Leo and all this different
Yeah.
stuff. And they start bonding with humans who have like social problems, like they're also people who have like holes in their hearts or whatever. So these they can bond with them and create they merge into these basically like superheroes and supervillain type things or whatever. So the
Yeah.
Omegasis bonds with Geostellar, that's the kid's name, and they become Mega Man, and they fight these guys. And over the course of this game, the other kid characters like force their way into Geo's life and his heart and everything like that. And so the whole time he's got like this. The whole time in the first game, he's got this frown, and he's just a sad, angry little kid. And
Yeah.
he, by the end of it, he has this group of friends that have forced their way into his life, and now he's happy. Omegasis is getting humanity, and he's like, you know what? Maybe humans aren't so bad. And it's the cutest, best story ever, and I love it, man. And it is peak. It is my favorite Mega Man story.
And this is a DS
This
game?
is a DS game, and they're coming out. It's going
Wow.
to be on PlayStation and Switch later this month. I might get it for my brother. If you had interest, I would get it for you. I need as many people as possible to play this game because I love these games. These games are peak.
Might depend on the gameplay.
It's very simple, almost like Pokemon esque or whatever. But, well, the combat's a little different. The combat in Battle Network is better. The gameplay is essentially the same outside of the combat. But the story is peak. The first one is the best story wise, but I like all three. The second one's the worst, and like first and third are like neck and neck. But I really like the growth that he has in the first one specifically. In the third one, I mean, in all of them, he saves the entire world from the alien apocalypse, basically.
Hmm.
But in the third one, uh, he he does it, but it's just so like a way over the top thing. And then also, by the way, the Omega Sis. Another thing he keeps being like, "Oh yeah, I know who your dad is. I met your dad." And he's like, "Tell me about him. What do you know?" He's like, "Oh yeah, and if you want me to do this, then you got to like help me hide out or whatever." And like that's like a thing.
Yeah.
And you find out Omega Sis isn't actually that bad of a guy. Like he actually befriended the dad in space. And before the dad's like the planet he's from thought the dad was like a traitor because they made a friendship with the dad, and like there's like a whole thing like the friendships like bond to connect. It's almost like Dragon Ball. Well, you wouldn't get the reference, but like this friendships make you stronger in this world, literally.
Okay.
So like the dad went on this space mission to find these aliens or found them along the way and befriended them, but then like some of the bad people in the alien government or whatever like manipulated the king and made him think that the dad was like betraying them or something. So that's why they destroyed the space station. But like Omegasis had become friends with the dad, and so Omegasis somehow turned the dad into EM waves. So the dad is just for these years that this series is taking place is just out there in space somewhere floating around as these waves.
That's
So in the
weird.
third one, you actually find him, and I think that he actually does interact with them a little bit at the end of the second one because you find out about that at the end of the first one, and I think that like the dad is able to put like a barrier around him because like it doesn't matter, but the dad's alive. He's just not like in human form anymore. But in the third one, they actually do like it ends with you not knowing like Geo might have died out in space. In the credits roll, he saved the world, everything. Um, but then afterwards there's actually like an after credit scene of all the stuff and like Geo does come back or Omegasis comes back and like and then the dad comes back and so there's like this montage of all these happy like pictures and postcards of them over like all the friends are together, the dad's there like got family photos again. It's great, man. I love this series. It's so good. I can't wait to play it again. All right, so that's my number three. What you got for number three?
Number three, much simpler. Super Smash Bros. Specifically Melee, I
Oh, you
guess.
like Melee the best.
My favorite is Melee.
Melee is good. Melee is
GameCube.
classic.
GameCube. I just feel like GameCube, the reactions to the plug instead of like a wireless controller, with it directly plugged in the system, I find the reactions quicker.
The input, you don't have
Just
input
like
delay. Yep, yep.
yeah, it's just slightly faster, and so I find that one my favorite. So yeah, that's my number three, Smash Bros. If you guys have any friends, and play video games with them, this is probably a staple. So that's why I have it on here. These are just like I'm like, what are games that I feel like were integral to me growing up, or like that much of an impact. So that's number three. Number two, you probably saw this coming. Red Dead Redemption 2
Oh, it's number
at my
two.
number
I
two
thought that
spot.
was going to be number one.
No,
Okay,
number
interesting.
one. See, I forgot about what I'm not gonna say number one yet, but
Yep, yep.
I forgot what I was gonna put at number one. I was actually ordering when I was putting these down. Red Dead. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta put Red Dead in there. Gotta put Spider-Man PS4 in there. Gotta put Arkham Asylum, which I didn't end up doing that, but I was like, I put that in there. But my number one, I remembered. I was just like, I have to have that one in there. But yeah, Red Dead 2. I heard somebody talk about this recently, and they're like, I told you guys that Red Dead is mid and is overrated. And then he's like, but I hadn't played all of it. So I was like, so I finally sit down and played all of it. And I get it. He's just like, it's a good game. He's just saying, like, it's not as good as people say still, but it's still a good game.
I think
I
that's going to
understand
be
people's
me when I
complaints.
do play it. I think that's going to be
Yeah,
my opinion.
I understand the complaints. Okay, the game mechanics are not fantastic. Like, you ride on a horse and you shoot. I love cowboys. I am okay with riding around on a horse and shooting. I don't think I've ever fast traveled in this game, which you unlock after beating it, actually. So, um, it's just a great story, great characters, and you're a cowboy. I love it. If you haven't played it, play it. I cried at the end. I think I teared up. I don't think I really cried, but um, it's just a great game. So that's my number two. Now you're 2-1.
Okay. Well, you mentioned GameCube, some GameCube stuff. I'm also going to be on the GameCube. I actually both my number two and my number ones are both GameCube classics. Well, for me.
What what would you have for GameCube? Oh, I forgot about that. I knew I was forgetting one when I was building this.
Now, every time these are the immediate, like every time I think of my favorite games, the ones that I've mentioned so far are always like the ones that are kind of nebulous in my
Oh,
mind. When I think of my favorite games, the immediate I lock onto two
I
immediately,
had
and they're
this in
both
my top
GameCube.
five when I was driving on Saturday and Sunday. When I was thinking this. I don't know. I think it'll probably be your one. I had that in my top five. I just like when I wrote the list, I forgot to write it down. Anyway, all right, go ahead.
Um, all right, number two. Technically is not a GameCube game, but I grew up playing it on the GameCube, and the so that's what I'm basing it off of. Apparently, the GameCube ports of this are not as good as the original. It's a hot take. I kind of disagree. I haven't played the originals, but I've watched a lot of breakdowns of them. The important thing is, I was between the first and the second one because I love both. But my second one, my number two is going to be my favorite based on the story and the characters. And that's going to be Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
That's your number two.
That's my number two.
Okay,
The
that would be my number two as well. I'd put it above Red Dead 2. So it'd be
honestly,
so that
these
would
two
be.
are interchangeable. These are both
I
always
don't
like
know
I go back
how
and
you put the next one over. To be honest, I think Sonic Adventure 2 is way better.
I don't know if you've played this other one because you don't like this series. Um,
Never mind that. I guess we're talking about different things.
I mean, I don't think you like this series. Um, so number two is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I love Shadow. Apparently, I have nothing Shadow related in my background, which I
It's
need
up
to fix.
there.
What?
It's up there on your display case.
Yeah, yeah, up there. Can't really see it. I'm gonna mess everything up. But
Uh,
yeah, I've got Shadow up there, and there's my Kingdom Hearts key. I've got a bunch of stuff over there. You can't see it. I have like it's the Shadow slash Sonic devoted shelf. That's just a ton of Shadow stuff. Now I'm trying
yeah.
to fix my camera, but yeah because the actual video cuts off a bunch of stuff. I think that's is that Naruto stuff. Yeah, it's Naruto stuff back there. Um, but yeah, I love Shadow. Shadow the Hedgehog is probably my 101 favorite um, video game character. Like I like Mega Man. I like Sora from Kingdom Hearts. I love Link from Zelda, but Shadow is my one of one. Like he's my all time favorite video game character. I'm just edgy, 90s kid. There we go. So Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I don't really got to say much about it.
The chows,
The Chow
the
Garden,
story, the
the
levels, the
story, the
characters.
levels are good. The only thing that I think that Sonic Adventure 1 does better is I like the hub world better than the level select.
That's what I thought that's what you're gonna have at one, but now I don't know what you're gonna have at one. But because I was gonna say Sonic Adventure 2 is better than Sonic Adventure
I like
DX.
it better because of Shadow, and I think the story is a little bit better.
I think the story levels
Yeah,
are
no, but
better.
I'm not. I've tried to not have doubles, and we'll get into that. Like, uh, I try not to double dip, I guess.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that in the movies because I did almost have to double dip for the movies, but I refused to do it.
Interesting.
So yeah. So that's my number two, Sonic Adventure 2. Specifically, Battle is the GameCube port. It's just called Sonic Adventure 2 on Dreamcast, which is where it originally was.
Oh,
It did not
okay.
have. I don't think it had multiplayer. If it did, it didn't have as many characters and stuff. So they a
Gotcha.
lot of stuff. The only
Well, we're
difference is
GameCube, so
yeah. Yeah. I mean, we had a Dreamcast. I have one downstairs. We just got one like a month or two ago. Um, but yeah, so my number one, and like I said, honestly, these two could be swapped back and forth. I might even like that one better. Like I said, I didn't order these originally, so I didn't really think much about it. It
what could you
probably would
have
be
at
my
number
number.
one?
It probably would be my number two if I really had to pick. But I love both of these equally. Both of these are, I think, 10 out of 10s, maybe 9.5s for me. Maybe this one is a 10 out of 10 because I think like I have problems with Battle, like I said, with the hub world and stuff. I do not have any problems I can think of with this game. And that is The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker.
Okay.
That is my favorite Zelda game. Zelda is one of my favorite game franchises. I love the art style. I love the gameplay. I love everything about this game. I think this game is perfect. The only thing I guess you could say about it is that like apparently some of the like sailing and stuff could get a little tedious, and apparently they fixed that in the HD version for Wii U, which I never played. I'm hoping they ported it to Switch. But as a kid, that never bothered me. I thought it was great. Every little there was like the map was like a grid,
Yep.
and every block had an island somewhere in it.
So it
So
was never any just empty space. Like you definitely
no,
wanted to
yeah,
go to
every grid you
explore.
had to go to
Yeah.
every grid. Yeah, I filled up the entire map. So yeah,
I
I
like I
love
like the game too.
I love the Wind Waker.
Um,
It's my I think it's our brother's favorite Zelda game as well, and he's a bigger Zelda
it's
fan than
our
I am.
cousins, I think, too,
I don't
that
know.
are
I think he
Ocarina.
might like Twilight Princess the most. He's a big Twilight
Really,
Princess fan.
I
I
didn't really
don't
care
like
much for
Twilight
Twilight.
Princess. I will replay or I will try to replay it if it comes to Switch eventually.
I
But
never beat either one of them.
I don't like games where you play as an animal, which would probably be my biggest knock against Kingdom Hearts 2 because I believe it's Kingdom Hearts 2. There is a Lion King level. I think I don't remember if it's just one or two or which one has it. But you play as like Sora when he goes to the worlds becomes. I think I talked about this on another episode, but yeah, I don't like playing as animals usually. But yeah, that is my top five games. What do you got for number one?
Okay, so like I said, if I had to, because you dropped Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on me, and I swear I had it in my top five until I built the list today. I forgot to mention it. But I would probably have that at two, then Red Dead, then Smash Bros, then Spider-Man PS4, pushing Modern Warfare 2
Yeah,
out to honorable mentions. But I'm glad we still mentioned Modern Warfare 2,
yeah,
because
for
so
sure.
maybe it was just meant to be.
And especially because it
Number
lined up with my Siege being like that was neck and neck. Even now, even when I was making this, I was like, man, do I have enough nostalgia for Modern Warfare 2 to put it over Siege? Like every time I think of my top five games or whatever, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I got at this point, I have to put Siege there because it is my evergreen game. Before Siege took that place, that spot was Modern Warfare 2. Yeah. So
Yeah, so number one is a game. Sonic Adventure 2 could possibly be over it, but I'm putting this over just because of the variety in it. Like Sonic Adventure 2, you kind of hit a wall where you're like, all right, I'm kind of done. This game is the most playable game I think ever.
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Is it Minecraft?
Minecraft.
Oh, I was joking. I didn't know you played Minecraft.
I love Minecraft.
Man, that's awesome. I'm a
So Minecraft, this
that's
is
in my honorable mentions too. You know, throwing that in there.
so that before now listen, I haven't played Minecraft in a while because I know they've added a ton of stuff.
Our brother just got
But
into it like within the past year, and he got like really big into it.
yeah, listen, it's still a fun game, but like I don't like how overcomplicated it's kind of got since I stopped. Um, it was definitely like I think I really stopped playing before they even added like right before they added horses. So that's really early. But the thing is like you could just build whatever you want. You could go to creative, you could go to survival. I always like survival the best. You could build whatever you want. You could and if you got tired, just create a new world. You could do like, who doesn't love those Hunger Game videos that the creators would make of in Minecraft? You could just fight your friends. You could do like this is just the ultimate game that you could play with friends or by yourself. I don't like playing Smash Bros by myself. Um, there's just certain games that you don't really like playing by yourself. Minecraft, you can play by yourself and still have a good time, and it's great with other people as well. So that's my top five: Minecraft, Sonic Adventure 2, Red Dead 2, Smash Bros, Spider-Man PS4, with Modern Warfare 2, Arkham Asylum, um, Madden 2K, Mario Kart, Mario Party as my honorable mentions.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
So we have we wanted to go shows then movies, right? That's what we settled on.
Yes.
All right. So maybe for this one, I don't know if you wanted to just all do it together. It might speed it up, or you still want to go five. Snake. What do you want to do?
Uh, for TV shows, I do not have them in order. They're kind of just an amalgamation of like these are
Okay. Well,
five.
if that's the case, then it might be okay to just talk about them in bunch for you. Like if you want to go like your five
Probably,
favorites. It's
probably.
not
Yeah,
like
I
a
don't really
one,
want to
two,
talk
three.
about them in depth as like we did for the thing for the movies, maybe for sure. But the TV shows, I kind of just want to like mention them a little bit and talk. Like I can say a few things about them, I guess, real quick. But that should be about it.
Mm-hmm. You want to go?
Uh, yeah. I mean, I guess for honorable mentions, real quick. I'll say like the Batman from 2004. That's my Batman movie. We talked
Good
about
one.
that or show. Teen Titans is another one. Um,
It's a good one.
there's a ton of sitcoms that I just love. Like between the Office, Parks and Rec. Um,
None
man,
of these
this
made it.
nope. Um, Severance has a chance to be on this list eventually, but it's not there yet.
Yeah.
Like if it pulls off like yeah, sorry, just hitting something on my phone. If it keeps the quality, that could be up there. Big Bang Theory is another one that like I love, but didn't make my
I
top five.
I never liked
I
that
know, like
show.
that was a big one for me, our cousin, and our uncle. Like that was a big one that we would watch growing up.
Yeah.
Some of the more mature, like adult animations, like Family Guy. I've
Family
really,
Guy.
really fallen off, but early Family Guy was good. Early South Park was good, and Rick and Morty is honestly pretty,
Rick and
pretty
Morty
good, consistent.
was.
Yeah, so none of these are on my top five, but these are all honorable mentions. Just throw it out there because I
This
feel
is
like they have to be.
crazy. What have you got in this top five?
It's a lot
It's
of
like a
just
bunch of
a lot of
animes.
basic. I actually don't have any animes.
Okay.
But so I got Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's my only animated. I think that is peak animated. That is like a 10 out of 10 show. That is about as good as animated TV gets. Um, it's either that or Scavenger's Reign.
It's up there.
No,
Scavenger's
no,
Reign.
we got Avatar: The Last Airbender. The final season not included, well, included, but like it didn't knock it off of this for me. I still think probably for right now, this is probably what would get knocked off by like Severance or whatever or something else if it really did it. Um, I'll put Stranger Things in there because I do really like Stranger Things. The
That's
the last
crazy.
season is definitely not on par with everything else I'm talking about here. But that's gonna be a theme here for the rest of my list because
Oh
they're all
no.
great and then they really kind of like peter off towards the end. Because the next one would be Game of Thrones. I think Game of Thrones is great. It's
Okay.
that's a top it's a top three show. These last three are my top three. In no particular order. It just depends on my mood. Honestly, that's probably number three, because the other two are drastically different. But it is my one and two, but they just swap. Kind of like the same with my games. One and two are back and forth. Uh, I'll put number two for now. I'll do Community. Community is my favorite sitcom of all time.
That's crazy. Be your favorite sitcom. I like Community. It should not be your favorite
I
sitcom of
love
all time.
Community is an evergreen show. I love it. I think I watch it like
It
once a
falls
year.
off so hard after season two.
No, I think actually like every time I rewatch it, I'm surprised at how long. For me, it falls off once Pierce and Troy leave.
That's season two.
It's not.
Pierce leaves
I
after
think it's like
season
four.
two.
It's like
No,
three or
Pierce does
four.
not do 4 seasons.
He does at least three because I every time I watch it, I'm like, I expect it to be like two, but I swear it. This show is also longer than I thought it was. Man, I'm expecting this to be like
6 seasons and a movie.
they have the 6 seasons out now. I think they just need the movie, which
Yeah.
they are working on. Well, I don't know if they're working on, it, but they've announced it's gonna happen at some point,
Yeah.
supposedly. But I guess you just got to get everyone on board or whatever. So Community my number two, and then my number one, Smallville. Always hold on to Smallville. Smallville is
I respect
great.
it.
I love it's probably the worst quality show on this list, but
Yeah.
I love it.
Hey, this is our 5 favorites, not our
Yes,
top
absolutely.
five
I
ranked.
love Smallville. Man, Tom Welling is my Superman. I like Corin Sweat, but like, man, just no one hits that role like it,
You,
and
you're making me
and
rethink.
and no one is near like the like I like I think that no I like no one is near Rosenbaum when it comes to like just no one's in the tri-state area. Like Tom Welling is a great Clark Kent. I think he's the peak. But I think that like Corn Sweat, I think that and I guess Superman. I think Corn Sweat. I think even Cavill is fine. But Christopher Reeves is probably like right underneath Tom Welling for me as
Chris
like
Reeves top.
yeah, but like man, Welling is mine. But no one is touching like those guys. Like the top three of the Superman are all very close. I
Pretty
just like Tom
close.
because that's who he is. There's like if you had that same space of like a list, you'd have Rosenbaum as Lex, and then there would be like two or three just gaps that are the size of how close everyone is over there before you
That's
got the
what I
next
hear.
closest Lex. Rosenbaum as Lex makes this show. He's the best, and he leaves in at the end of season 7, and he's gone till the finale. He comes back for the finale, but
He does a great Wally West too.
he does fantastic. Wally West. He's a great voice actor. I haven't seen a lot of other stuff with him in it, but everything I have seen, I like him in. And also shout out to Justin Hartley. It's a very unique version of Green Arrow, but I love it. Man,
Is it better? Is it better than the other guy?
Amel,
What's
I like it better than Amel, but Amel, they're neither one of them is very comic accurate. In fact, I would say Amel's Arrow is more like a dark, gritty version of Justin Hartley's. Like Justin Hartley, like he had the hood at some point in the comics or whatever, but like I love man, my favorite episode or one of my favorite episodes, my favorite scene probably. It's one of the first episodes with Oliver Queen in it, and at first Oliver Queen is like a love interest with Lois Lane, right? So he takes her out, and they go to a costume party at Lex's mansion, right? And they go with Robin Hood and Maid Marian, and so he has straight up the
yeah, the
cartoon
red.
Green
Yeah,
Arrow
the
outfit.
Green Arrow.
That's what he's
Yeah.
going as, and he just has like a dinky little wooden bow or whatever. It's not he's just like a foldable compound bow when he's doing his
Yep.
superhero stuff. But so they go to this costume party. It's awesome because you get to see him as like a Robin Hood looking, like you get to see him as Green Arrow.
Yep.
But then
If he actually did the
he
comic
takes
book.
her home, or he takes her home to drop her off. He gets her out of his nice sports car because he's also a billionaire, all that jazz. He's the Batman of this show, right?
Yeah.
And it's it's like a you think it's like a costume bow, it's like a dinky little bow or whatever. So you don't think it's really gonna be good for anything. He's got a quiver and all that, but he gets her out of the car and everything. He says a goodnight to her, and he's like basically asks her like for a goodnight kiss or something like that.
Yeah.
And she's like, "I'll tell you what." And she like looks over, and they're like in an alleyway behind. She like lives in an apartment, like on top of a coffee shop. And at the end of the hall, at the end of the alleyway, there's a dumpster, and there's like a single soda can on the corner of the dumpster. She's like, "If you can hit that can with your arrow, I'm all yours," or whatever. And he's like, "That easy, huh?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, sure, that easy, whatever." And so he like lines it up, and like Smallville, like I can still remember the song. It's "Ache." I forget who it's by, but it's "Have I Told You I Ache." But it sounds like in the moment I thought it was "Have I Told You I Aim for You," but it's "Ache for You." But it worked out so perfectly. But like he's aiming, it's like a close up on his face or whatever. You see him like side eye her, and then you see him just make a slight little adjustment at the last second, and then shoot, and it looks like he misses. It like looks like it goes high, but just the smallest amount. And she's like, "Oh, better luck next time." And she goes inside, and the music's still playing. And he's like smiling, smirking, and he like looks, and then the camera pans from the back of the arrow because the arrow's like stuck in the wall behind where the soda can was. The camera pans down the length of the arrow, and it gets to the wall, and you see at the like on the arrow the tab, the pull tab for the can is just spinning. He shot it through the pull tab, and the pull tab's just spinning there. And I'm getting goosebumps. I love this show, man. Oh, love this show.
I get it. Listen, I
don't have time to
understand.
rewatch the show. The show's
I
so
think
freaking long. It's 10 seasons. It's so freaking long.
And they were like 20, 22 episodes
Yeah, they're
each,
full.
right?
I think one of the seasons, I could be getting it confused for Supernatural, which is an honorable mention. Throw that up there. Supernatural's peak.
That's funny.
But dang, that might knock out Stranger Things. I might have to put that in over Stranger Things. I'm gonna put that in over
Yeah, you
Stranger
got
Things.
it.
Screw
Yeah,
that.
take Stranger Things out of
Knock
there.
Stranger Things out. It's an honorable mention. Supernatural's going in that spot. But yeah. I think one of the seasons. I know the same thing happened, or I know it happened with Supernatural, where like season 3 or something was like half the length. That might have happened with Smallville. I don't think so. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Anyway, Smallville's my number one. What do you got for TV shows?
I get it. All right, so for TV shows, I think you're gonna make me change my honorable mentions. It's tough. I mean, you're gonna change my list, and so I'm moving one of them up out of honorable mentions.
Because I didn't mention it.
No, because you kept saying like about this is just your favorites, and the ones you were naming, I was like, time to stand on business.
Play with my heart. I ain't putting Breaking Bad in here. I'm playing with
So honorable mentions, Breaking Bad, honorable mention. These are not in order of like 6, 7, or 8, whatever. This is just like Breaking Bad, good show. Chernobyl, good show.
That's great. Yeah.
I just don't think Chernobyl should really count because it's a mini series.
Yeah.
Um,
It's good.
and
It's
then
good enough to go against these, honestly, in my opinion. But like, yeah.
Invincible is another one that might be up there eventually. It's
yeah,
not there
maybe-
for me because
I think it's
don't like-
overrated as heck, but
It
I like
is.
it. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
But it is overrated.
So those are just, and now you're making, because you talked. I feel so bad doing this.
What are your honorable mentions?
I'm moving one from my list down to honorable mention. Daredevil. I was not including Born Again. Daredevil is an honorable mention now.
Well, if it makes you feel
Great
better about
show.
it, you could include Born Again in it. To knock
No,
it down.
yeah, if I include Born Again, it takes it down for me. That's why it's there. But the thing about Born Again is season 2 is okay. It's not great. It's not bad. It's okay. Season 1 is like one of the best seasons of television that I've ever seen.
I did rewatch
and
season 1 recently after Born Again.
And then season 3 is really good. I still think season 1 is the best though. So anyway, my 5 shows. Gotta put SpongeBob in there just because it's peak. It's peak. We still quote it. SpongeBob SquarePants. It's still quotable. Still memeable. Just an all timer. So that's my comedy animated. You made me do it. Spectacular Spider-Man is in there. The best depiction and reimagining of Spider-Man and his characters. They take creative liberties and taking these characters that like, okay, he should not meet him till like college years. Why is he meeting him in high school? Or he should not be wanting to date her. She should actually not be there. Like they change so much, and yet it flows so perfectly and kind of better than a lot of other media. Might be better than the comics. Kind of fighting on myself on that, but great show.
know about that,
And I
but
moved
yeah.
it out of. So I swapped Daredevil and Spectacular Spider-Man because of how you talked. Sorry to all the Daredevil fans. Love Daredevil.
Man, I didn't even put the Batman in there, and the Batman is.
I know. Spectacular though, I love it. The thing is, like, I think Spectacular is perfect. It does not have a bad season. There's only 2 seasons though. So Spectacular. These other ones, as you said, well, I'll get to that in a second. So for me, also, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is probably my second favorite comedy show of all time. Second favorite sitcom. The first watch, you're kind of like, you're trying to get a hold on it. Like, this
Which
is
one?
funny. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You're like, it's funny, but it feels a little different. It feels a little weird. Like, but the more you watch it, the funnier it gets. And the thing about it is, for me, for sitcoms, if you want me to laugh, I have to believe that these are real people. because like I am not I don't like Parks and Rec. I like Brooklyn Nine-Nine. There's no way that there'd be a cop who acts like Andy Samberg does. He's an idiot. Um, Parks and Rec, those people, this is just like a completely made up town people. Like these people are not real. I don't buy it. It's Always Sunny. These people, I don't really buy they're real. But the thing is, with Parks and Rec and Brooklyn Nine-Nine, there'll be like touching moments. Office, there's touching moments where you're like, oh, okay, like pull on your
Yeah.
heartstrings. There is nothing redeemable about the characters in It's Always Sunny. These are horrible people. They constantly like ruin other people's lives, and they just go about their business. They don't care. They don't feel bad about it. They just keep going with life. They're so self-consumed. They're horrible. These are some of the worst people ever, and that's why it's hilarious.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Uh, it's hilarious. Um, all right, so number two for me, these are kind of in order, by the way. So number two for me, you had Smallville. And I think this is my Smallville. Agents of Shield. Agents of
Holy
Shield
crap. Okay.
is one of my favorite TV shows of all time, obviously. Um, this show, the first season probably is my favorite, and it's just typical spy,
Was
season.
was this
A
in your
lot of
list before you decided to play with your heart like hardcore? Was this
This
always in your
was.
list?
This was.
Okay.
I love the show. I love the show. Like, and the thing, I guess what makes me love it even more is because nobody really does, and that's what kind of I feel like I gotta take up the armor for it, and be like, I'll carry you. And season one's great. Season two and three are good, but like they tried to get too much into a certain aspect of the show that it wasn't really hitting. And they tried to buy into like we're Marvel, let's get into this Marvel stuff, but like it wasn't really there. It was okay. Four through I forget how many seasons there are, like seven or whatever, but the next few seasons, they said, forget that. Let's just think of the coolest concepts we can and just bring them into this world. So like they basically do Inception where they're in like, a world that's virtual but they're asleep and it's in their mind and but they think it's real, and it creates some really cool stuff, some touching moments where some people lose what they had in that world and they didn't know it was fake. And there's a season where they find out what's happening to destroy the world, and so they're like, okay, we have to go stop that. And they do things in the episode that you're like, okay, they're gonna go stop it. But each thing they do, kind of, you're like, this is kind of looking like it's ensuring the end of the world. So like, are they stopping it or are they causing it? Like certain things that you're like, oh man, this is a really cool concept. They were just like, well, listen, nobody's watching this show anyways. Let's just do any kind of cool thing that you could think of, and I loved it. Leopold Fitzsimmons might be the best character in Marvel. He's one of the best. You don't know who he is. Nobody knows who he is. He is fantastic. His arc is one of the best in any TV show I've ever seen. Anyway, so that's Agents of Shield.
I think that's gonna be something I'm gonna have to watch at some point.
I don't think it's I want to rewatch it. But I think it's another one that's tough, like Smallville, where it's like 22 episodes, 45 minutes, and you got multiple seasons. It's tough. And like I said, when I tell you two and three are like not great, and I think a lot of people fall off at that. But four, five, and six, I think are so. The last season's not great.
Ghost Rider's in this, right?
Ghost Rider is in it, and he's actually pretty good. I wish they had pulled. The thing is also like this show had kind of gotten crapped in the face by Kevin Feige and Marvel, where Marvel they wanted to make it, to kind of go with the MCU, and then they were like, okay, we don't want to be attached to anything that Joss Whedon makes in this show, so they have turned down any chance they can to make it canon. In my mind, it is canon. They allude to Thanos in this show. They allude to all like it's got Coulson. It's supposed to be canon. So anyway, and number one is The Office. So
Oh, you do like The Office. Okay. I was
The
getting
Office is my favorite.
I was getting the inkling. It was in my honorable mentions. I love The Office. To me, it like depends on my mood for which one I like better that day. That or Parks and Rec. I do think I like Office actually like the majority of the time a little bit better.
Well, like how I said with sitcoms, I have to believe the characters are real. Despite how goofy the Office characters are, I believe those are real people.
There's so much like real-ish people around, whereas in Parks and Rec, I guess you're right. Like everyone is like a caricature. All the main characters are like
Yeah.
you got like townspeople who come in, but they're just like basically faceless NPCs that are there for the episode.
Yep.
They're not like characters. Whereas like Oscar or whatever, and like for the most part, everyone in the office except for like Michael and Jim and like Pam and Dwight are just kind of regular people who occasionally they'll be like they have a wacky episode about them or whatever, but they're like real people who are all, like kind of that you all almost are like you feel like you're in their shoes, like reacting to what is wrong with my boss type
Yep.
of thing. So that's a
And the
good
Jim looking at camera to you like, yeah, I know it's weird.
yeah.
Um, and especially like I know when and I know when I watch The Office, I'm like, you know what's kind of unrealistic about this is like these people get nothing done. And I can tell you,
I yeah.
as someone who's worked in offices for a couple years now, that is true. Nobody does anything like this. This is all true. So I'm like,
I need an office job.
this makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's my top 5 shows.
Yeah, man, I love The Office. The Office is great. I probably should have been on a couple of years ago. It would have been on mine. And if,
The
honestly,
last 2 seasons are not good,
that is probably the
but
next.
that's
That is
it.
probably the runner-up. That like if like I probably could swap that out for Avatar or Supernatural, but like I wanted a an animated like we were talking about. I want some variety
Yeah.
in here. And speaking of like variety, like it's gonna happen. It's gonna be kind of a big thing in movies. I have too many honorable mentions for movies to mention. I'm just gonna mention one because for me it was like my honorable mention of one should be in my top five, but I did not want to MCU things. Like it feels like a little weird putting an MCU thing in your top
Yeah.
five, honestly. But like when you think about like the magnitude of what the MCU has done for movies or whatever and what it is, like it should get some respect on its name. Like we're nerds, we understand that. It's nerdy movie. You know, they're superhero movies or whatever. They're not The Godfather or they're not Citizen Kane or whatever. Like I get that, but like these aren't the best movies. These are my favorite movies, and the honestly the MCU movies are probably better than the other movies I have in here, but these are my top five. These are my favorite movies,
Yeah.
I think. So my honorable mention, these are not in order, but my honorable mention is I'm gonna put Endgame as my honorable mention.
Wow.
It
Okay.
is my second favorite MCU movie, and honestly, in my opinion, it's probably the best MCU movie, in my opinion. Um, I have more personal connection. I was like really thinking about it, and like I am more like I love both of that and the other MCU movie I have in my top five about equally. It could go either way. Originally when I wrote this up, I had like this movie slash Endgame, like because I couldn't pick because they both do
Yeah.
way different things for me, but they also do like similar things, and I love both of them so much. Honestly, like I feel like I want to do the obvious ones first,
Go for it.
and then like so the obvious ones are gonna be the bigger ones, like the MCU movie and obviously Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park is my number one,
Hmm.
but like the other ones are gonna be like I feel like a little surprising.
Okay.
But these are five movies that I can always put on. Like if they're on the TV, I will always watch them.
I have a prediction for one of yours.
What's your prediction,
The one that I think you're sneaking in, that you're like, I think it's unpredictable. I think you're going to throw Hook in there.
dude? You got me. Yep. Uh, so
Is that actually one of them?
Hook is the one that I have as on my second spot after Jurassic Park. I love Hook.
Wow.
You know what? Actually, I will mention another honorable mention because I wanted to put this one in there as well, but I'm like I can't have two MCU movies. I can't have two Peter Pan movies. And I
Yeah.
love the 2003 Peter Pan with Jason Isaacs as Hook. Um, I love that movie. Like that movie and Hook are neck and neck for me. I love both of them so much. Like Peter
Yeah.
Pan is like my favorite
I think
fairy tale
Hook
type
is
of character.
better
I do think
because
Hook is
it's
better.
also so creative. It's so creative.
Hook is peak, man. Hook. Yeah, Hook is in my top five. So I've got Jurassic Park, Hook. I'll go ahead and mention the No Way Home is the MCU movie I put in here just because Spider Man means so much to me. I love Spider-Man. I love Toby. I love Andrew. I love Tom. Like that's the one where I'm like, this is the best Spider-Man movie of all time for me. I think it gets a little bit bogged down with all of the um, Doctor Strange stuff. I think it's fine, but I don't think that it flows as well as it could because of the Doctor Strange stuff. I think that stuff is necessary. I get why it's in there, but that's not like the Doctor Strange stuff is like, okay, this is a good movie. This is a good MCU movie. It's fine. But like when you have the actual Spider-Man stuff happening with any of the three Spider-Man, anything related to them or whatever, it is all
It's
like
awesome.
it's hitting the ceiling.
It's the
Like
highest, yeah.
yeah, like the other stuff is good slash normal or whatever, but like the Spider-Man stuff is all just peak, and that's what the majority of the movie is, and I love every minute of it. Um, I That's one of my most like Jurassic Park is probably my most rewatched movie of all time. Hook is probably up there. I've watched Hook a lot. No Way Home is probably like in my top five most watched movies of all time because I've watched that movie so many times.
Yeah.
Um, so
It's
those are
so
the
good.
obvious. The Jurassic Park and No Way Home is the obvious one. Hook is a good pull. Good guess. Um,
A
I don't think you're gonna have any idea for my last.
Alien?
No, no, that'd be an honorable mention, sure, but I like Aliens too similar to Jurassic Park for me. Um, like I feel like the one I'm gonna mention next. I feel like is the most out of left field one, maybe. But we mentioned it
Okay.
recently, and I said it used to be my favorite, one of my favorite movies. It is still one of my favorite movies, so I'm gonna mention it. It's the animated spot for me. I thought about putting Mulan. I thought about putting a Goofy movie because I but those
Those
are
are so
also
good.
honorable mentions. But I think I got to go with Surfs Up. I
Yeah.
love Surfs
Okay.
Up. I love
Yep.
Surfs Up. Surfs Up is it's that same thing.
Cody's me, bro.
I almost like hinted at it earlier because you were talking about like how Parks and Rec isn't, you don't like that or whatever. I didn't think Office was gonna be there, so I was like, oh, so you don't like mockumentaries? I'm like, that's gonna come back in my thing because Surfs Up is a mockumentary, like
No,
the
I
opposite.
love Surf's
Like
Up.
Surfs Up is
Cody.
peak. What are you doing? Like Jeff Bridges, Shia LaBeouf in their bag, just absolute. That movie is a masterpiece. Um, so Surfs Up, and my last one. You have like man, you already sniped Hook, but like I got no qualms about that. I feel like this is gonna be the most like random. You like this movie. I guarantee you like this movie, but there's no way that you would have guessed that it's in my top five. But this is a movie I can always watch. I love the heck out of this movie. Yeah, any ideas before I reveal it? Because I feel like this is the most outside of Surfs Up. Surfs Up and this are the most out of left field.
I hope it's not what I'm gonna say. Um, I don't have a guess. I'm
Okay,
Muppets. I don't
no,
know.
this movie. Uh, okay, I'm just gonna say it. My last movie, in my top five, is A Knight's Tale.
Oh, that's such a
I
good one.
love A Knight's Tale.
That's such a good
That
one.
is an
Well
evergreen
done.
movie
I
for
mean,
me. I love A Knight's Tale, man. My
I
top
can't
five. I'm
listen. I
so
applaud
happy
it.
about my top five. Like this was like my games and movies were hard. TV shows, as we're rattling them off, I'm like, yeah, I really love that. This and that. There's a lot more honorable mentions than I was thinking of. My movies were hard to narrow down, but like, I was like, man, Jurassic Park's got to be in there, and I'm like, screw it, I'm playing with my heart. It's got to be Hook. It's got to be A Knight's Tale. Those were like the immediate three, and then I'm like, okay, I know I want MCU in there because MCU is very important to me. What's my favorite MCU? It's No Way Home, but also Endgame might be is probably a better movie, but like I'm leaning towards my heart, so I'm gonna go No Way Home because it is my favorite. And then like Surfs Up is like that's my animated movie. That's what it like. I love a goofy movie. I love Mulan. Like yeah, so yeah, that's where I'm at. I got Jurassic Park. I got Hook. I got A Knight's Tale. I got No Way Home, and I got Surfs Up. In no particular order, except Jurassic Park is number one. Always will be.
So I applaud that. I mean, I don't think there's any misses there. You see Jurassic Park, Hook, Surf's Up.
Mm-hmm.
No, you said No Way Home, Surf's Up, and Knight's Tale. I love all those movies. So
Those are
no
peak. Those
qualms there. And A Knight's Tale is one that does not get the recognition it deserves.
no, that's
It is so good.
like man, that movie for me. That when I think of Heath Ledger, that's the movie. Everyone thinks of the Dark Knight. I think of
Yeah,
I think of The Knight's Tale. Also,
that's what I think of too.
10 Things I Hate About You. That's him, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't like that movie.
I do like that movie.
That
That's a good
sucked.
movie. But man, nah, I love A Knight's Tale. It's got
All right.
that's where Alan Tudyk. That's where I found Alan Tudyk. That's where I found Paul Bettany. Uh,
Yes.
the other guy, the Fred Flintstone guy. I can't remember his name.
John Goodman?
No, the other one.
He's not in it.
The other one. The other guy who played Fred Flintstone.
There's another guy.
Yeah, John Goodman did one of them, and the other guy did the other one. Um,
Oh, you're talking about his
oh,
friend.
he's King Baratheon in season one of Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah.
That's his other friend. Yeah.
You know what I also love about it? That movie. Well, one, the music that's like modernized that obviously wouldn't have been there, but they adopt it and it plays so well.
Yeah.
But also the armor with the
Also,
Nike symbol.
yes, yeah.
It's so
Villain,
funny.
the villain's great in that movie.
Yeah,
Movie
he's good.
across the, it's just so phenomenal, man. They get the woman blacksmith in there. We got some DEI going on. You know,
Yeah.
there we go.
I love that she's the
She's
best.
awesome. She's just yeah. Everything about this movie is just peak, man. It's so good.
Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
yeah.
All right.
All right. What do you got for your top five?
All right.
Or
So
honorable
for my
mentions.
honorable mentions, you will be glad to know that this is not my top five, but it was hard taking it out, but I got my honorable mentions. We have Rocky 1. I just think it is a beautiful movie, well made, so much charm. So like you don't like how he loses. I like it that he loses because he went the distance. His goal was not to lose, it was to go the distance with the champ. And the thing is, if he had won, the second movie would have no weight to it. Why would you fight a guy you already beat? But no, Apollo is so absorbed with, that greed of that pride that he's like, I don't want people to think he went the distance with me. I have to beat him. And so Rocky gets another shot. And that's great. Anyway, another honorable mention, Pirates,
Oh yeah,
Black
great.
Pearl.
Black Pearl.
That's a
Yep.
great movie.
Mhm. Yep.
It's listen, I like two and three as well, but like one is the best. And then final honorable mention, Back to the Future 2. It's my favorite Back to the Future. It's just classic. You get both the past and the future
One of my
and present.
one of my good friends from college, Back to the Future is his favorite movie franchise, and he actually he likes the first one the best by far, and he actually apparently Back to the Future fans have like major problems with the second one because it like retcons several things. Also, they really don't. Apparently, the Nobody Calls Me Chicken. I didn't realize that never happens in the first one, so that's like a completely new
Oh,
thing that just
really?
becomes like a staple in the series or whatever. That
That's
at
fine. Who
least he doesn't
cares?
like it. I don't know if other ones do or don't, but he didn't like it.
I love that one. I just like that you get, to me, that's fun. And also, those movies are great with the fact that, like, we could watch them wherever. Like, there's nothing really that bad in it. So, um,
I
yeah,
remember
I thought
I
about,
mean as a kid, I don't know what I mean I thought that the mom when he goes back in time, the mom or whatever, I thought she was super cute. At least back then. I
yeah,
think I rewatched him
it
recently
was,
and I was like, yeah, she's all right. But man, as a kid, I
it
was
was,
like, ooh.
that was weird. I
Oh
thought
yeah,
about
for the
having,
first like yeah, the hijinks that happen are weird. But I'm just
yeah,
in general, I thought the mom was cute back then.
I thought that, I almost also had, Prisoners in my honorable mention because I really like that movie.
Interesting.
But I didn't put it there. Anyway, so moving on to my top five because that was a lot of honorable mentions. Anyway, um, I feel like I had to. All right, I'll start out at one. Okay, you know my one. It's The Prestige. This is my favorite movie of all
Oh
time.
my gosh.
This is the movie that it blew my mind. That like I've seen plot twist movies before. I've never seen a movie do a magic trick with how it's made. And it's a movie about magicians. Christian Bale performs his butt off in this movie.
This is your number
I think
one.
this is my one. I think Hugh Jackman is probably the most underrated actor. Not even underrated because people love him, but like I don't think he gets the props that like we give to McConaughey and DiCaprio. And it's like Hugh Jackman is
Yeah, yeah, I'd put him
fantastic
in the
in
same
every
category.
role he does.
He's
And
got a great
so
voice. He's a great singer.
Michael Caine is great in this movie. Like the movie's cast is star-studded, and the
Forgot he
twist at
was
the
that.
end, abracadabra is all I need to say. Like it's the best movie twist I've ever seen. There are issues you have with it, and you know what? I kind of have that issue with it as well. But the messaging behind that, the cloning device, to me, the messaging of that, of how the depths of this man will go, is indicative of the whole point of the movie. That is, some things you just should stop chasing after. You're going to ruin yourself. Um,
Yeah,
I
I yeah, like real quick, because like we talked about maybe doing some hot takes afterwards. I don't think we're gonna have time for that today, so maybe we can do that next
yeah,
episode.
but
But
next time.
one of the but well, I thought about throwing that out there because like I hate this movie. I genuinely hate
You
this
hate this
movie.
movie.
Um,
You've tried to watch it multiple times,
I have watched it. I
and
watched it all the way through like six
I
or seven
know
times, and
each time I watch it, I love it more
each time I watch it, I
because
hate
I
it more.
catch more
I
things.
hate it. I hate it. So
You Once you
like
get to the end of the movie and you rewatch it, you see there's so many more things that you're like,
like
that makes sense now.
I
That makes
liked
sense now.
I like this movie up until it become I don't even know like
The
I was on
cloning,
board. Yeah, but the thing is, like, it's like a grounded ish, but like it's still cool because
period
it's a
piece,
grounded period piece, and then all of a sudden, in the middle of the movie, it's like,
sci-fi.
by the way, here's science magic. Like
Nicholas Tesla.
we're just gonna infinitely clone this guy with like period piece magic, Nikola Tesla electricity stuff. By the way, it makes no sense or whatever. But it like doesn't have
I
it just
love
comes
it.
out of left field. And it's like, but
It
by the
does.
way, the actual trick, the thing that is supposed to be really impressive, is what the trick. Like, I don't want to say it because it's like
It's
like
the
it'll
discipline for
surprise.
that trick.
Like that is cool. Everything before that is cool. The problem is just it's just major just poop stain that is like the way
No,
that the guy copies the trick is
no,
like that is more impressive than what the impressive thing is at the end, and it overshadows it. It's like this is and it's meant to be a bad thing. It's like this is ridiculously incredible, and you're throwing this in here as a haha, but actually
Well,
it's like
here's
haha,
the thing though. A
actually
lot
I
of
can do
people will
this. Yeah,
associate
ha ha ha. Like
a lot of people associate magic with like the mechanism you have to do, or like something quick, like a simple trick. But the difference between them, you contrast the difference between Hugh Jackman's character and Christian Bale's, and the fact that Christian Bale's is a lifetime dedication, where Hugh Jackman's is just a point in time, one flash in the pan time.
that's cool. I wish it wasn't like absolute space voodoo magic, like bullcrap.
Yeah,
Just yeah,
listen,
okay.
you're
Yeah, I don't want to rain on
You're
your parade.
wrong.
I
Yeah,
want
you're
I want
wrong.
longer than
It's the
I'm
best. It's
supposed
my
to.
favorite movie of all time. You're
That's
wrong.
crazy.
It's okay. People who watch Prestige, you're the only person I've ever heard say they don't like it. So just you're wrong. Anyways,
Imagine if Jurassic Park was like
anyway,
a just a guys in a zoo,
we
and then
number
like in the
two.
middle of it.
Number two,
No, okay, yeah,
I
never mind. Never
have
mind.
I have Avengers Endgame.
Okay.
I had it in your honorable mentions. I do not have No Way Home on here. No Way Home is good. I heard somebody talk about No Way Home and Endgame, and they described them as they're not. They said they're not movies; they're roller coaster rides. I understand that. I understand that more for No Way Home than Avengers Endgame because I think No Way Home is trying to get you ready for all the Spider-Man to unite. You could say that about Endgame too, but I find Endgame plot to be more meaningful in the beginning. Like the whole reason why No Way Home happens is because Peter's trying to get into college. Okay,
Yep.
like tough problems. Endgame is because half the planet got snapped away,
Yeah, and I
and
agree. It's the better movie.
they finally find a way to bring everybody back. And I think time travel is handled extremely well. This is a culmination of 20 years of movie making.
Yeah, people really don't
Not
like the
20,
time travel
10.
stuff, and I'm like, it works. They explain it. It's
Yeah,
fine. Like, I mean, time
I don't
travel is not
understand it.
real, so like, there's gonna be like plot holes, but like they
We
do it fine.
I think it's fine.
I think
Yeah,
it's one of the
I think
better
I was
ones.
I've said it before, but like I was scared when I heard that they were going to do time travel. I was like, oh man, there's just gonna because I went through this with so many movies and TV shows where it's just like as soon as time travel is introduced, I'm like, there's too many paradoxes. And so I was scared when I watched the movie. I'm like, they did it. Like I like the way they did it, the way they handled it. Um, and the culmination on your left, there's never going to be anything in my life that compares to the portal scene.
The
I don't
portal
think
scene's
Doomsday or Secret Wars can top it. The portal scene is the greatest scene in the history of movies.
What if in
ever.
Secret Wars,
There's
like it's
another
like
portal sequel.
it's the big climax thing or whatever, and we got like Tony Stark RDJ versus Doctor Doom RDJ, and Tony Stark's like eye is like bleeding or whatever, and then Tobey Maguire speaks down. He's like, "You got something in your eye."
Got some,
Like,
got some dirt in your
got some
eye.
dirt in your eye.
No, no. I really don't think anything can top it because
I
I don't
agree.
have a connection as much as I do to those characters. Um, it was special. I mean, everybody knows that. I don't need to talk about Endgame that much. I know there's little issues with it here and there, but these are our top five favorites, not our critically acclaimed five tops. So, Avengers Endgame, my second favorite movie of all time. Next up, you're not. Do you have any guesses now?
I don't know.
Nothing.
I'm trying to
Number
think of
three is gonna throw you.
I'm,
Number
I'm
three is
trying to
gonna
think
throw
of
you
like
for a loop.
cowboy movies. I don't know.
No, no. I thought about putting a western on the TV shows. I don't think there's that many
Magnificent
good
Seven, was that gonna be
cowboy.
it?
It was one on Alias Smith and Jones, Magnificent Seven were some of the TV shows I was
Wild
thinking.
West.
Um, there's not many good western movies, so not like that are more modern that I've seen.
Okay.
Um, but I have The Princess Bride at number three.
Interesting. I like it. I can
I
respect it. My
love.
wife hates that
I
movie.
love.
Um,
Why?
and I think our mom hates that movie as well.
Adore this movie. This
It's a
movie
good
is
movie. I
so
enjoy it.
much fun. It has, your action. It has the suave moments. Like the fight between Inigo Montoya and Wesley is so good. The humor in this movie is hilarious. The characters are great. Again, action. The it's just overall. This is just an overall good movie. Great movie. There's nothing that I could say that's bad about it. And I grew up watching this. It's a top five favorite movie of all time for me. I have it at number three. Um, yeah, inconceivable. It's so quotable just as well.
It's a great
Like
movie.
I am not left-handed. And then it's great. All right, number four. I think you can guess number four. I think you could get this. I thought you might have when you
Inception.
were no Inception. So Inception a couple years ago might have been on this list.
Is it a
I
Nolan
rewatched
movie?
Inception.
Are we done with Nolan movies?
We're done with Nolan
Okay.
movies. I went and looked. I was like, I just don't think I can put any of these in my top five besides Prestige. Um, but yeah, I rewatched Inception a year ago, and I was kind of like, it's good.
Yeah, I same. I,
It's
I watched it.
it's like an
I'm
eight or
like
nine.
I don't even think it's a nine. I think it's like a 7.5 or 8,
It's
maybe.
not a 7.5. It's not below an eight, but um, certain things for me don't work as well now.
I like how we
But
didn't have any of the same stuff so far.
yeah, I
Um,
don't. We're not going to.
nice.
So number four, I have,
Goofy movie.
huh?
A goofy movie.
No, I have Now You See Me.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice.
again, this is not movies we're saying are the top five
No, of
greatest movies
course
of all
not.
time. These are our top five favorites. When I saw Now You See Me, I could not sleep for like an hour or two because I was thinking, like, here's the thing about I think Now You See Me would be held in such high regards if two and three didn't exist, because two and three kind of cast a shadow on it and it kind of ruins part of it because a lot of people bring up how they liked the heist aspect of Now You See Me one and like kind of getting revenge on all these bad people.
Mhm.
But then two and three turn them into Robin Hood, and I agree with that. I liked
Yeah, one's the best.
they're not just like, yeah, it's the best one. I just remember staying up thinking about like all that Dylan would have had to do to prepare this great trick, and I liked Morgan Freeman being a bad guy. Like at the end, I don't like how they kind of retcon that. To be honest, it's a cool twist. In the next movie, you're like, oh wow, okay, there's more to it. But like, it makes the first one worse, I think, with those future movies. So, but that one is my fourth favorite movie of all time. I love that
Mhm.
movie. Love Magicians. So, a lot of the tricks, effects in this, they're great. Number five, just because I had to have
Is it animated?
a, it is animated. It's my favorite Disney movie of all time.
The Incredibles.
No, I no.
Is it Pixar?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. Emperor's New Groove.
No. That's a good one.
Oh, okay.
This one, you're not gonna guess it, I don't think. Because you wouldn't think it was me, but I this one's special because I'm not even gonna go into it, but certain connections to me and my wife. Um, Number five is Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, okay. Good one.
I love
Good
Beauty
one.
and the Beast. The songs. I'm not big on Be Our Guest. That one's
I'm
not one
not
of my
either.
favorites.
Not
Yeah,
either.
Beauty and the Beast is probably my favorite Disney song ever. And then I also love Something There That Wasn't There Before.
Yeah.
Just some classics.
Um,
I love this movie.
okay. I got you. You know what? We'll do probably some hot takes next time, and I'm gonna save one of those because now I know that. That's good. I think I have one that might hit you. I don't know if I've said it, but hopefully
I
I have.
might have, I think I might, if we did like our strict top 10 favorites and rank them in order, Beauty and the Beast might not be top five, but I was trying to also have a little bit more diversity
Yeah.
in there. And so I picked an
Like I
animated.
said, like Endgame would probably bump Surfs Up out, but I also wanted an animated. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So like that. All right. Okay, so like I said, I don't think we have time tonight to do. This has been a long
Yeah.
episode. I
We'll
didn't think
save it
this was
for
going to
next
be
time.
that long, but I'm glad that we were able to deep dive into all these and kind of like talk at least briefly about our love for each. We got through like a lot of good movies and TV shows and games. I'm so glad that we didn't have any overlap. Also, I really thought that when it came to games, we were going to have some
Did we
overlap
have
because
any?
I don't think we did.
Sonic
Unless
Adventure 2.
did you put that in? Because like you were like, I
That's my
would put
two.
it in there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that
That's
one.
my
And,
two.
yeah, and I've got it as my one or two. So yeah, but we had one overlap out of
That's
15.
crazy.
Yeah, and I kind of thought we were gonna have. I mean, that was the one I guess I thought that we were gonna both have, because I really did think we were gonna have some overlap, but I guess it was only that. Now that I'm thinking about it, because the shows you've barely seen any of my shows. You've seen
Yeah,
Community.
we watch different stuff.
You've seen Game of Thrones. We wouldn't
Communities.
put it up that
Yeah.
high. Shows, movies. We've all seen the same movies, and I like how, with the exception of the Prestige, because I'm a hater, we both can like really respect both of our top fives when it comes to movies. We both really like
Yeah.
that. Got some absolute bangers on both of our lists. Even the Prestige, I hate it, but like it's considered like an amazing movie by everyone else who's needs a lobotomy. But
Exactly. Whatever.
I just, man, that movie, yeah.
If you guys watch this though, first of all, let us know how what you think of the Prestige and why Justin's wrong. And second of all, like if you don't have top five games or top five shows or top five movies, put whatever top five you have of
Yeah, let
those,
us know what your favorite movie, TV show, and game is. If you have a top five, put that in the
talking
comments. I will read it.
we're talking to you, scavenger reigns people and
Yeah, all you scavenger rain people.
Pokemon
Vandy's just gonna put
person.
TV shows. It's just all scavengers rain.
Yeah, and then movies, it's just like Black Panther 1,
Black
2.
Panther, yeah, and
Uh,
yeah, games. No Marvel Ultimate Alliance over here. No Marvel Ultimate Alliance in games.
I thought about it. Marvel Nemesis is also good.
Yeah. Did you play those? I didn't know you played those.
I played it once. Not once. I mean, I played the one game on
Alright.
GameCube.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Thanks for joining us here. We'll see you guys next time, and be sure to let us know what your favorites are. If you don't have a top five, if you do have a five, by all means, put it down there.
If you have
Talk
three,
about it.
give three.
If we see ones down there that we think are worth talking about that we didn't
We
talk
will
about,
talk about
we'll
it.
talk about it next time. I'll read
We
the
will.
comments and I will talk about it. If anyone sees these, please put your recommendations in there, or your honorable mentions, your top five, whatever. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for listening. It's another long one. We're gonna hopefully do some more fun stuff like this. This was kind of to help you help you get to know us a little bit better, and to see what like some of our favorite stuff is or whatever. We don't have a lot of like the main stuff. Like we don't have Last of Us or like the Red Dead or Resident Evils in here and stuff like that. I like most of those, but kind of niche, and you kind of get an idea of what our vibes are for a lot of these things. So, all right,
We are.
yeah. Thanks for listening. Like the video if you had a good time. comment, let us know your stuff, and we'll see you guys next time. All right. So thanks. This has been Mask and Cowl.
See you
We're out of here.
guys.